As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
We came to drink, turning up and party. We came to drink, turning up and party. Somebody say, hey, we wanna party. Hey, we wanna party. Somebody say, hey, we wanna party. Hey, we wanna party. Somebody say,
out of your mind, get crazy like.
For each man in his time to pain, and sees his future in the water. Long lost arm within his reach. I haven't needed a world to want.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
All right, here we go once again. It's Drunken Chatson on the Comic Crusaders Network. I'm your host, Chitlin Creams and Cornbread, and once again, privileged to be here with my co-host of sorts, Schmeezy McNeasy.
Hey, just ignore whatever Al Mega put in that damn thing.
It's oh man, I gotta freaking read it, man. I gotta freaking read it. It always freaking cracks me up, man. Do want to give a shout out to our very early listeners, GT Geek Comics and Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. I do have something for you, Daniel, that you might be interested in and listening to. We do have one more Drunken Chat guy freaking coming on, Chris, but he was butt naked. I said, man, look, man, we gotta
You
freaking
should come
go.
on nude.
He was hanging out with the balls out and everything.
Man, come on, don't be a wuss.
says-
Come on
Yeah,
nude, man.
he said nah, man, nah.
He wild out.
I'm
He
tired of
should
getting
get-
all these damn strikes. I'm tired of getting all these damn strikes, man.
That's right, I forgot.
from all
It's not
these,
Awesome Sauce Radio. It's Drunken Chat, son.
well, it's unless you're partaking, it's still not Drunken Chat, son. But I will crack open a
I mean,
non-alcoholic,
Silver Chat, son.
a non-alcoholic Heine.
I may have my third Coke of the evening. I don't know.
Yeah. Give it a shout out to Dwayne.
Those stupid Marvel cans.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna give a shout out to Dwayne Scott, who's in the house.
What's up, Wayne?
What's going on, man? Freaking. So, how was your weekend? I know you. I don't know if you said you hadn't, but I know you have some plans. What did you do?
I may be, depending on how I feel, or if my older brother / best friend in the world calls me back. I may be going to Ted Expo Philly tomorrow, but if that doesn't happen, I'm going to go visit my friend for the first time in 2 months after his car crash in the hospital tomorrow. Because
yeah.
out of ICU.
Yeah. Prayers and blessings out to man. If I had even known that there was a Fan Expo in Philly, I would have tried to make it. But this is the first time
I only got my press passes like Monday.
Really, jeez.
So it made it kind of hard to, really Uber plan it out. And I have a lot of came at just like the worst weekend possible to like do things last minute.
Yeah. It's especially after you got C2E2, and then they got this coming up, man. So I did see a lot of podcasters, to include the Nirvana family, talking about their experiences and everything. So that was pretty
the
cool.
girls look like they had a great time.
One day I'm going to meet the other half. I was supposed to meet Jen and some of them in Baltimore, but they didn't show up. But I did meet their other halves, which was interesting. But look, man, we got all types of stuff to talk. So here's going to be a different format today, right? Changing it up.
Tell me more.
Right? We do have some hidden gems, right? But you're not doing your hidden gems alone. I've got stuff to add to your hidden gems, so we're going to go back and forth between your stuff and my stuff.
Nice.
Man, I'm just looking at a commercial for the first time of Talenti. You ever had Talenti, man?
Not in a while.
Yeah, it's like a I guess it's called sorbet or something, or like a gelato sorbet.
I
It's
think
not
it's,
quite ice cream, but it's still good,
I
and it's
heard of it called
expensive as hell.
gelato before, so
Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive as hell. Okay, but yeah, so we got the hidden gems, and then we got IOC. Okay, IOC is initial order cutoff, right? So
yep.
this is almost 2 months, almost 3 months for some, sometimes 4 months
Now
for
this is
some.
to let the audience know this is even before final cutoff.
Yes, right. So I do want to welcome to the stage the one gentleman that's going to help us out today, Sir Christopher. Not the great, not kind of good, motherfucking
Yo,
greatest. Hey, what's going on, man? Coming straight from Las Vegas. We getting ready to fight.
motherfucking greatest. How you guys doing?
All right, man. Looks like you're getting ready to fight the undercard
Oh
for
yeah, dude. That
fucking
there's a lot
undercard
of
on the
shit going on with
Canelo,
that
man.
fight.
His boy said, "You better put some
Yeah, dude. I
respect
was
on my
watching that, man.
motherfucking name." He said, he said, "I'll put some respect on my motherfucking name." He said, "I'll
What's
put some
right?
respect when you start taking that Clenbuterol fucking drugs and start testing for that shit, man."
Excuse me, Chris.
So that
Yeah, hey, dude. I was surprised Conor McGregor even said shit, and he's one of the main fucking people that be juicing that shit up. You know, you leave for a year, you come back with like 100 pounds of fucking muscles, shit, dude. I like to see that fight though. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
McGregor and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Garcia, I just want to see McGregor whoop on his ass, but still.
Yes, sir.
All
So I'm
right,
looking
so
at
what we on
the.
today, fellas?
We got some. So I do want to let's finish some of these shouts to Styles. So serious. He says, gives us the black thumbs up. Then Dwayne Scott says, "Bro, I got my popcorn ready. If we talk on Paramount, we've been talking about on Paramount for 2 to 3 months at least.
It has to be at least
Actually, for a
3 months.
year, but then for the last 3 months, we actually had solid data, like solid offers. But let's get.
Yeah.
I do have that one thing. We'll talk about that. And then Blunt tell the truth. Um, I read it. I'm gonna have to read it again because I have to do No Prize podcast where I'm going to talk about it in a few hours. Didn't it was okay. It was okay. It was okay so far. I think the problem is that I've read so many fucking previews of the shit. Then when it fucking came out, it was like, okay, it's the same shit I've already freaking read. I think that's the problem. But what we got going on is we got some hidden gems, right? That's where Adam gets down, spits some tree, tells some stuff that he thinks that people might want to pay attention to that might highlight some of their watching and reading experiences. But this time, I'm not going to let him do it alone. I've got some stuff that I'm adding to his hidden gems and stuff. Christopher, you've got some stuff that you also wanted to talk about. We're going to bring those up. We're going to talk about that. But the other format that we're changing today is we're not just doing FOC. We're cutting down on the FOC in order to do initial order cutoff. People don't realize what initial order cutoff is. This is 2 to 3 months before the shit comes out, right? Or if we can talk about some of that stuff, right? And I'm gonna, as I'm looking at through it with y'all, I think we're gonna have to do some freaking discounts, right? I'm gonna once again the pull box is out there for y'all, and where some guys are like, oh, we'll give you 25, I might have to do 48% off of some of this shit because it's IOC, right? That way you guys aren't getting trapped in some other bullshit. So we're doing IOC, we're still doing an FOC, of course. We are going to talk about some of the free comic book day because I do remember that was some of the ones that you had freaking charged up. And then new comic book days and regular bullshit. And
Yeah.
just like 2 or 3 TV movie things that are freaking coming up. Planet of the Apes, did that come out this week? I'm trying to remember.
Did
Indeed.
what
Yeah.
come out?
You know,
Or is that coming out
tomorrow
next week?
was a big day. You know, we got free comic book day and May the 4th.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I
What's coming
mean,
out
they
next week?
apparently Star Wars has been offered a whole bunch. I think it's Planet of the Apes is coming out next week at the movie theaters. I think something like that. It's either next week or is it? I forget when the heck it is. But just this week, I'm just waking up and realizing that oh crap, Planet of the Apes is actually a Disney property. I forgot about that shit.
Oh boy.
I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot that Planet of the Apes was owned by 20th Century Fox and that was owned now by Disney. I forgot that shit, which is fucking weird.
Oh boy.
Which means that's going to be the second freaking monkey movie that we've had between King Kong and this crazy crap.
I get all the monkeys. Oh boy.
Hey, did you
Yeah,
guys
May
see that
8th.
news? Yeah, did you see that news about the monkey? Or it wasn't a monkey, it was an orangutan that was freaking making medicine, chewed up the freaking medicine and took the freaking medicine and put it on his fucking face so it
What?
could fucking heal itself. It had a big it got to a fight, it had a big ass fucking chunk coming out of his fucking face and shit. So it fucking chewed up some fucking medicine, made it some medicine for itself, put the fucking thing on there, and then like a month later, the shit was fucking healed, perfectly healed. Yeah. That's where we're at.
Interesting.
We're fighting for our lives against
Oh wow.
fucking monkeys
Yeah, I
and
didn't hear shit about
orangutans
that.
and AI right now. But yeah, let's go
Hey, we
ahead
might be.
Yeah, you never know.
and get into it. First thing I'm going to talk about. Oh, let me go ahead and freaking share my fucking screen first of all. This shit. Dead boy detectives. I'm guessing that I'm the only one that's watched it so far. In fact, I've finished it. And let me tell you something. It's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for your average, like 40, 50-year-old guy. It's definitely targeted towards the young crowd. Um, they even begin targeted toward uh, the anime crowd, not just the anime crowd, but the yaoi crowd. That's what they were going for. And you know what? At least they had a direction, and I think they did well with it. Problem is, they fucked around and killed off too many fucking people and fucked around and killed off the wrong people and shit. It's very frustrating. So I don't know where they're going with season two, man. The actors and the actresses were definitely pretty good. You had Jenny, who's the butcher. She was kind of like the mother, but she's kind of like a fucked up mother because she's like fucking Gen X. Like, she's got the fucking tattoos and the earrings, and she doesn't know what the fuck she wants to do with her fucking life, man. She's just fucking all she wants to do is just cut meat, man. And then you got Esther, who was the villain, right? She's like hot, this hot villain witch, but in order to stay hot and everything, she's got to kill little kids and shit, man.
He's a DILF.
What is a DLIF?
I said VILF, a villain I like to fuck. Huh? You one of those?
Not if you're gonna take my kids and fucking chop them up and fucking try and freaking kill them and shit and feed them to snakes and shit. Nah, man.
I still have to watch this. It's
And then yeah, you had a whole weird triangle of young men and boys who were metrosexually, well, definitely homosexual, but metrosexual with one of the other guys who is absolutely not homosexual, but they're attracted to the fucking one guy. So it's very weird, very triangulish, but I freaking get it. I understand the direction that we're going. And then Crystal, who is supposed to be the hot chick, but she's very confused, doesn't know what she wants. And I think that's they did a really good job with putting her in a state of confusion, explaining why she's in a state of confusion, and that is the type of shit that your fan base can hold on to because people out there with no excuses are feeling exactly like her, that they're in a place that they don't belong and there's a place for them, but they haven't gotten it to yet. And then when they try and go back to find their family and their parents to find some answers, they don't get shit. They just get, who the fuck are you? What the fuck do you want? Leave us alone. Hey, what's going on, Mojo Quid? He says he's saying that he's liked it so far. He hasn't finished it yet, and oh yeah, the anti-rope bros won't like this one. Right, because So I think the absolutely the best thing that they did do is that instead of making these Americans, is that they did do make these guys they left these guys as UK, right? Um, which I'm very willing to accept UK guys and this way and their mannerisms and everything. I think that was really great. The You had the Mariko, excuse me, not freaking Mariko. I'm getting that shit messed up with Shogun, which is a really good show on Shogun on Hulu, by the way. Nino, no, Nico. I'm getting Mariko and Nico, but her name is Nico, who is the little Japanese Rican girl who's into the anime and who's once again she's smart, but she's not smart whenever you really need her to freaking calm her ass down and get focused. She's not that. She's just like, oh, I remember this stupid fucking fact that you just happen to need right now. But she was very good. Um, but they did her kind of freaking dirty in this freaking show. But overall, freaking really good show. A lot better than I was expecting. Definitely better than the Sandman series that came out. The problem is that they haven't announced whether there's going to be a season 2 yet. Um, and I think that's their own fucking fault because you fucking killed off. You did you did the series freaking dirty, man. Um, but I enjoyed it. I freaking thought it was freaking good. Um, is it going to be IP? Make this book IP worthy? Like, hey, freaking, you should definitely grab this book. Not yet, not yet. But this definitely the success of this should keep us looking at all the joints that are within the Sandman universe and looking at what other characters can definitely be adapted. Not only this, we already got American Gods, which was adapted. Anansi, um, the spider character from American Gods, definitely getting adapted. They're definitely working on that, and definitely keep looking at all those characters because every time they adapt, they just do freaking well. Just so we'll see. I think if even if you're not happy with the numbers so far, don't forget that the summertime is coming right now where the kids are going to be home. Just sit down and watch this, and that might help us get a season 2 on this one. Okay, so Adam, you got a shout out from a Ronnie and Rascal Super Dog.
What's up, Ronnie?
Yeah.
I hope,
And
I
Joe
hope you and
47
Rascal are doing well, and love you, brother.
yeah. And Joe 4771 is in the house as well. But yeah, man, that was definitely a show about these dead boy detectives who their whole thing is to get with these other freaking ghosts, find out why they haven't passed on, or find out why they're trapped, and whatever they're trapped in, and freaking help them get on the other life. In the meantime, death is coming for them because they kind of escaped on their own. So, really good stuff. Now, I know you guys have been watching X-Men 97. I don't know whether you guys are caught up.
I'm all the way caught up.
You're all the way caught up.
Yeah, it's fucking excellent.
This is the
Yeah.
best thing Marvel has done since Endgame.
It is. The first episode, I was on a fence. I was like, okay, the animation looks good. I didn't understand the direction, but now I understand that it looks like they found their footing and they got a direction, right? Because how ironic is it right now that what they're showing is, hey, the humans are afraid of being devolved and eliminated by mutants, right? So in order to handle the mutant, and they feel powerless because of it, right? So in order to feel more powerful, they're turning to the Sentinels to do that. And I don't want to spoil any of that, but in order to turn into the Sentinels, they are in fact not only dehumanizing the mutants, right, and disregarding the humanization of the mutants, but they're just regarding the human side inside themselves, man. And talk about timely, right? Talk about timely, man. The best freaking because I watched 3 episodes just today. The best quote that I saw today was by one of the villains who says, "Hey, when you don't have skin in the fucking game, apathy is always going to be the answer." So you
Yeah.
say, that was freaking bars right there, motherfucking bars. And the reason why it had so fucking bars right now because of all the shit that's going down across the country right now, as far as protests and this, that, and the other thing, and that hit. I mean, this shit had been done like almost a year ago, at least months ago, and they threw that in there, and it's freaking hitting freaking kind of hard right now. Um, Only thing that I feel like they're missing out on right now is the sentinel thing is that they needed to hone in more on the AI stuff, right? Because in fact, even in the books, X-Men books right now, they were talking about
You talking
how
about Master Mode?
yeah, Massimo flipped that AI switch on and said and kicked the freaking humans out, kicked the humans out. They probably needed to freaking um, kind of meld into that narrative and kind of lean into that narrative in this one. But I'm patient. I think if they just hold off on that, don't go crazy. Maybe they want to hold it off on season two, and then they could develop that a little bit more, man. But
I also
what you
heard the
got there?
rumor that this storyline is gonna overall arc into all three seasons in shapes and forms. And that Bastion is
Yeah,
the big bad for at least season 1 and 2.
Well, I know they were definitely working on season
well,
two.
they got a lot more things that they can explain too.
Yeah, but right, as far as
They
season
got
two,
a
I
lot of
think
things to
season two.
explain with as far as Bastion, because for one, you got I'd say season 1, I think that it was supposed to like hint towards him, and then by the time we get to season 2 is like when the rest of the plan is supposed to come to fruition because this dude is supposed to get like a whole upgrade and a lot more to this character that we haven't seen yet. So I'm just waiting to see if they're going to adapt all of it because right now they're mixing storylines. So they're mixing
Yeah.
the E is for extension and then the original zero tolerance kind of storyline from I think it was like mid 90s. I want to say it was.
Yeah, it was 96.
Yeah.
Because this
So,
just happens
if
right.
anything, I think that the only thing they gotta, I think they gotta elaborate more on, for one, like, because they kind of gave us a little bit of Bastion's background, about him, all right. So how he even fucking came about, Nimrod and Master Mold pretty much merged. All right. So then Nimrod went back and then he pretty much infected this baby before it was born with pretty much sentinel technology, like nanotechnology, which is why he got his purple skin, right? So he's pretty much like the epitome of sentinel and AI you know, combination with the humans. So I'm just hoping that they kind of elaborate on a little bit more of that background of that particular part going forward. And then we also got to see how Apocalypse ties into everything.
And I also think
I
somewhere in
think we've
season
seen him
2.
maybe.
Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm listening to you. Because
I,
I think there's a little bit of delay on me and Lucas's end, but then it's like I don't know if I hear you right away too. So I apologize if there's some type of delay and we're cutting each other off.
not a
So
problem. Not a problem.
go ahead, Adam. It's all on you.
No, just basically, I also think in season 2, and I hope they don't rush this at all. They're either leading into Onslaught, and you're seeing little hints of that with Xavier right now, and they're definitely leading into some version. And I think that they're going to merge these stories together: Onslaught and X-Men versus Avengers. They're definitely leaning
Yeah,
towards it.
it makes sense.
Cause,
Yeah,
especially
like right
especially
now,
with the Spidey cameo and the General Ross cameo.
it looks like it, and the Cap cameo.
and Rogue just bitch slapping Cap
I
around
think
like a little bitch.
if I heard correctly, they said that they're supposed to be shooting an X-Men film. They're supposed to begin casting at the beginning of next year, and then I believe the actual shooting for the film is supposed to start in the fourth quarter next year. So it's supposed to take place in between the two Secret Wars parts because I think that they decided they may change Kang Dynasty to Secret Wars Part 1 and 2. So I think we may get X-Men versus Avengers or some type of totality of it going forward because if they bring back the you remember from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Now, you remember all those characters that we got introduced to and then we first
Oh,
got the
you mean
Professor X roll up in the
the
classic yellow
Illuminati
chair,
that
right?
the Scarlet Witch just destroyed in 2 seconds and was like, really? That's your greatest champions? Those characters?
Yeah. So I think that the people that all right, you got to think about all the people that they killed in that scene, that Scarlet Witch killed. They still had family members left. They still had other X-Men left that we never saw, right? So a lot of people are starting to think that it's a possibility that the Wolverine that we're seeing in Deadpool and Wolverine, right, could possibly be from that same universe. So in Secret Wars, when we get to Battle World, right? Like before we get fully blown into Battle World, we get the two universes left over, right? So
Mhm.
they're saying, of course, one is going to be the MCU, and we're all just trying to figure out what that other last universe is going to be.
I think what would make the most logical sense, since it had the most IP, would be Fox. That Fox X-Men / Fantastic Four universe had the most Marvel IP out of everything. You had Daredevil,
Yeah.
you had Elektra,
I mean, it's and I think all those people are supposed to be coming back for Deadpool.
yeah, pretty much. People don't realize that
So,
live action X-Men stuff that dates back to like
what do you think?
97 or 98.
So what do you think? Are they going to let Deadpool lead the X-Men universe from now on? Because I think that's the only thing that's really working other than Spider-Man.
Possibly.
Well, I think that if they go that route, right? I mean, they could, but I just doubt it. I think that we'll we'll get some other X-Men universe because, like, give you example, like the universe that this new Wolverine variant is from, right? So we don't know if it's the Wolverine, if that is the same universe as the Multiverse of Madness characters, or is this a completely new universe, right? Where they have X-Men, because apparently we were supposed to get some type of X-Men team that is extremely similar to the 97 characters in outfit wise, right? So we're supposed to get a version of that live action, or at least by the time we get to Secret Wars, right? So,
Yeah, and
I mean,
they
I think
also
it'll be dope,
reconfirmed
but I
that
think that they're
X-Men
still gonna
97.
bring in. Yeah, they were saying that. All right, um, they were lining up some of the similarities that have happened in the show so far, right? That took place in previous universes, like the Fox universe films and all that. So they were saying that going forward, we already got Professor X in his classic, look. We're getting Wolverine in Wolverine or Deadpool and Wolverine 3. And so it seems like they want to give us a live action rendition of the 97 team, but I don't know if it's going to be like the actual characters crossing over. Even though in Doctor Strange we did see all those different universes and they passed through that paint universe and then they became paint and shit. So it's no telling. But I mean, it'd be awfully fucking dope, and it's been the best thing going for him all year. So I don't see why not.
Excuse me, Chris. Since I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater, in Multiverse of Madness, didn't they go through an animated universe? when they were flipping back and forth for all the different universes?
They did not.
No.
Um, they what's interesting is they did go through. Yeah, like you said, Chris, that they did go through a paintball type universe, which probably was an allusion to the animated universe, could be right. But I think the interesting thing that a lot of people are didn't really hop on it was the Khazar, right? His Jungle Land universe was in there, um,
Yep.
but people
I'm gonna
just
have to go back
like
and rewatch. I don't remember that. I have to go back and
Yep.
rewatch
They
those.
definitely showed Savage Land.
All right.
yeah.
Rewatch it with audio description this
Yeah,
time.
like I think it was Lucas is right. Right before yeah, right before they fell into the paint universe and they were falling through all those different universes. I think like right before or right after the paint universe, they had the Savage Land in the background because they had dinosaurs and shit and it was live action.
hmm And he does go, and they do go through water as well, which would have been Namor's type deal or some shit like that. Which is weird because they didn't go with Namor. They went with Akuzutapek or some shit like that. I forget what his name was. But it was all right. But the problem is it's now a
I think
throwaway
it's
movie because
Quincy Cotticole or some shit like that. I don't know.
yeah, if I see it again, I'll know how to pronounce it, but I can't freaking remember it. Um, but yeah, it became a
Shit, I
throwaway
can't
movie. You know
pronounce it when
why?
I see it.
Yeah, that became a throwaway movie. You know why? Because people were expecting like, okay, if you're gonna start talking about a freaking school that is run by Doctor Strange, why the heck would you not introduce the Strange Academy instead of some Buddhist monk school out in the freaking middle of the I don't know the Himalayas or whatever or clouds or whatever the heck it was. And now you got also it wasn't America Perez, I think that's who it was, right?
Yeah. Yep.
No, she's not in the Strange Academy. Why bring her up? In fact, she's supposed to be a college. She's a college
Yeah,
kid. She's in college right now. She's not some little high schooler. What the heck? Um, they lost. They did a lot of good work. The year and a half prior to that, they did a really good job of bringing back all these characters that were somehow connected, like Bloodstone, Darkhawk, Reptile. We just talked about the Savage Land with Khazar. They were bringing in Conan, right? Uh, which is connected to the Black Panther universe, right? And Bath, and that would have connected you to Moon Knight and all this other stuff. And you know what they actually did when we got to cinemas? They did none of that. They connected none of that stuff to any freaking thing, and they just let a whole bunch of freaking people freaking hanging. And I think that was also what affected how people are looking at the Star Wars comics and everything now because we've been waiting and we were like, okay, maybe if I buy this, then sometimes I'll be able to see it. But how long have we been waiting for Doc Afra, right? Sure, we got freaking Thrawn. They threw us a freaking bone with Thrawn, but by then it was too late. It's too freaking late. When's the next time we're going to see Thrawn again? What, 2-3 years now?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Something like that.
We're gonna see another Grandma Ray before we see any.
Fuck Grandma Ray. I
Yeah,
don't mean
she's
it the
gonna
way
be
I
raising
normally
kid.
mean it.
She's gonna be raising kids and teaching Jedi's like a school mom. We'll see
Can't
her
the Sith just kill Ray already, please? I want my $30 for
I
those
thought they were
female
gonna
cats.
I thought they were gonna bring back Dawn for Ahsoka season 2 because I know they're on that shit right now, right? Ahsoka
Yep.
season 2, or they're either filming it or wrapped up filming for it, and he's supposed to be in there too.
I think so.
right, but what is it? Is it going to be a TV series or is it going to be a movie?
Disney
Ahsoka
Plus,
season
you know,
two
it's
is
gonna
gonna be
be just
TV.
season 2 for Ahsoka because they just finished the Mandalorian season 4, and they said that they're getting ready to shoot the movie for that. But all that shit's supposed to be interconnected, and we're supposed to be seeing more Thrawn build up throughout the Mandalorian as well, because we're supposed to get a adaptation for Heir to the Empire.
let me ask you this: do you really trust them with all that shit? Because
Hell nah.
remember how we were supposed to be getting right after that Aquaman Black Panther shit. We were supposed to be getting a Riri series, and then an Okoye series, like a Wakanda thing series. I can tell you
Yeah,
what,
that's still
after looking
coming.
at some,
It they look they
if you
canceled
look at the Disney quarterly reports for the last two, they have not brought that shit up again.
I think they
yeah
totally got rid of things.
They have not brought that shit up in a while.
latest
Oh boy, there will be no
no
fucking
no
Riri.
listen, like the latest thing that I heard about that was the majority of the shows that they had lined up for Disney Plus, they all did. Most of them got canceled, but Riri Williams and then uh, that's supposed to still come out because the footage in it for Red Hood and Mephisto, I guess they didn't want to get rid of it, so they were still gonna do that. And then Armor Wars, instead of being a Disney Plus series, they turned it into a full out movie. So I know, like, as
Yeah,
far as all the
if
other Disney Plus shows, I have no clue.
I could tell you if somebody's saying that something's being turned into a movie, they're fucking delusional because Bob Iger himself says they were going to start freaking slowing down these freaking cinema movies. That's from the big dog himself. He's like yeah, we can start doing these TV series and this Disney Plus shit, but these freaking these movies, and that's we're gonna have to slow it down, especially because they're pulling out so much money just to advertise this shit, and it's not actually turning into numbers at the box office. You know, they're thinking about bankrolling more stuff like through other avenues such as like Planet of the Apes, which is not even Disney or anything. It's 20th Century Fox. They'll bankroll to help out with like Sony with their shit, but they're fucking done. And then gotta remember they had to save some money because they owe people like me some fucking money because they owe us dividends, and then they got to do a reverse split soon. And and they're putting like $600 million towards building up the freaking parks. They ain't got enough
They
money
better
to keep
go up
paying
those
all the shit.
parks. They look like shit, man.
I don't know. So
Yeah, the
I
only
don't know.
thing, the last thing I saw mention about it was, all right, like you're saying, how they're they're cutting back, right? Now I know that they were cutting back, but when I did my little research on it, I thought that the things that they were cutting back was the Disney Plus shows because they were spending the amount of money that they would use to make an actual movie on a fucking show. And the biggest example of that being a failure was She-Hulk, right? Because they spent all their fucking money on CGI and all that shit, and then the show did shit. So I thought they were throwing out like damn near all the Disney Plus shows. They were only keeping a couple, which was the one for Ironheart, the Eyes of Wakanda. That's a animation shit that's still coming out. And then Armor Wars, I thought they had decided saying that instead of spending another um amount that you'd spend to make a whole featured film, because you know how many CGI effects and shit it takes to make these Iron Man movies, right? That they were going to say fuck it and not do it as a Disney Plus special, but they were still going to do it as a film because they had too many loose ends that they had to tie up story wise, so that they were still going to push that shit out, because you still have White Vision out there. We have no idea what's going on with him. And then we have to see the aftermath of when I don't know if you remember when Falcon and Rhodey had that conversation, and they were talking about all the Iron Man tech and how it got leaked to the public and shit like that. So they were gonna follow up with that with an actual Armor Wars film. So that's the last thing that I heard about Armor Wars, that they
Yeah,
were gonna make it a film instead of a Disney Plus show, and the majority of Disney Plus shows were going to be canceled.
yeah. So yeah, so
Excuse me. The
so
only one I know for
so
certain is Daredevil Born Again.
yeah,
Uh,
so it really does crack me up that these podcasters be out here just spitting some shit that is very contrary to what the CEO is saying, and even what good business sense makes sense. Disney knows that they took a look at the numbers, and what they said was, hey, we are losing a shitload of money at the box office, which is crazy. But it was because they had to spend so much money to advertise just to get people to get to the box office, and then they were still losing money on top of that. Whereas if you make it for Disney Plus, or it's not, they don't call it Disney Plus, they call it VOD, right? And then they don't even have to put it on Disney Plus right away. They can shell it out to, Hulu, right? Which is one subscriber thing that they kind of own, but they don't really own, right? And because they share it with another company, I
Yeah.
forget which company it is, right? And then that company has to pay them to borrow their own shit. Paramount, they got some stuff on there. Um, Netflix, they've got some shit on there. So they figured out that they were making more money building stuff just for video direct streaming than actually at the home box office. And they were, and it's just the way it was. No matter how many,
Yeah.
like, oh, they're losing subscribers. It doesn't matter whether Disney Plus loses subscribers. You know why? Because just 4 or 5 days ago, Verizon added subscribers. Look at all the other ones. If those added subscribers, Disney wins. So, for instance, Verizon just gave me a freaking deal where for 6 months, right, I get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN for free because of the unlimited freaking plan. Boom! Not only does Verizon get freaking subscriber numbers, but freaking Disney now gets freaking subscribers numbers after that. That's fucking money out the freaking door without really having to work hard, right? So that's where what's
Yeah.
going on. So they figured that out right after the freaking bat. Hey, make money by concentrating and selling that stuff rather than trying to make these big freaking cinema joints. And then also on top of that, you've got these asshole actors that are doing stupid shit when you don't really need to, saying, "Hey, I didn't make this movie for the freaking old fat guys." Well, guess what, bitch? I'm an old fat guy, but guess what? I got fucking money to spend on your stupid fucking movie, so don't piss me off, right? Um, and then you got people who want to play around with COVID and talking about homosexuality unneededly and freaking just saying all types of wild shit. Like, look, freaking just shut your freaking mouth, go home, freaking grab the freaking bag, and then freaking sit under the fucking covers, but don't fuck the fucking bag, right? Which is why a lot of people didn't want to watch freaking movies because of certain things that stupid freaking actors said. And then even one girl from Mandalorian, she's pissed off. She's like, I shouldn't got fired for that shit. Well, you can't say that. Should have said that shit. But if somebody says, you know what Disney's going to freaking do, and I heard this, and they don't immediately out their fucking mouth said, Bob Iger said, or Kevin Feige said, because of this, then they don't know what the fuck was going on. Especially because the environment, like even Armor Wars, the environment that Armor Wars, and that was 10 years ago when they first started talking about Armor Wars. The environment that Armor Wars was being built in was during what time? It was when we were in freaking Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq. We had all these freaking IEDs and all that shit freaking going forward. And then everybody was talking about, oh, maybe we need to have these uh, robot type things that freaking go around and fight these fucking wars. Well, that whole fucking shit is fucking over. We're in a fucking totally different fucking environment right now. And Marvel, who knows that they can grab money by coming into real world stuff, they know they got to shift. I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna say anything about it because I'm looking through all the books and I don't see any shit like any shit like that in there, except for maybe the sword books. If you look at the sword books from like a couple years ago, I think maybe that kind of hints into it. But other than that, they are so
Yeah.
way
I
behind.
got a lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so fucking behind, man. And I could probably actually talk to you guys offline about where all this shit's going. But yeah, I think
one part of the Marvel universe I can speak for, and and at the same time, because of NDAs, I can't speak for at the same time, and that's Daredevil: Born of God.
Remember Blade?
Yeah. The only thing
Remember that shit?
that I was yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking Yeah, if we
Remember
don't
how we were
have
supposed to have Blade's daughter?
Yep.
Yep. Hey, now, hey, you know what's so crazy about that? Let's talk about Blade for a second, all right? So, just like you said, if you didn't hear from Kevin Feige or Bob Iger, right? I want to
What did
understand
you know?
where the fuck people are getting this Blade is going to be Dracula shit. Where is this coming from?
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Well, so are you talking about in the book that came out this week? So
No, they
spoilers.
said that fucking Wesley
Yeah, they said it for
Snipes
the movies.
just
They said
recently
that.
talked to some fucking body, and he was supposed to be reprising his role as Blade, and
But he
they were
was going
gonna
to be
do like
Dracula.
a variant thing.
Yep.
I didn't hear about Dracula. I
Yeah.
only heard that he was
I,
coming back to
there's
reprise his
some
role as Blade.
YouTuber or some YouTuber who, bribed some scooper with some crack or maybe a prostitute or something and got the scoop that Wesley Snipes is going to reprise his role as Blade, but it was like a Blade Dracula type of thing, just like we see in the books right now.
I don't know.
No, see, I'll be cool with that shit, but
they
I you know,
yeah, they severely fucked up the character in the books right now.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's devoid of any of the original stuff. Like if you go back to the original Blade stuff, and that was kind of in the same environment that Night Thrasher came out and everything. It was highly and deeply enveloped inside of the community, and how Blade he was killing vampires, but he was actually also cutting out the cancer that was in those communities. The book that we got now, I don't know what the fuck they're on. They're on some old freaking Budapest monk fucking in the fucking woods. Does a tree fall when I fucking fart on it? Fucking type shit, man.
That's
And
above my
then they got some random witch that they're trying to freaking always trying to freaking kill, who's all powerful, and it's not readable. It's not. I don't care about it. It's like at least when they had his girl, his daughter, who I haven't seen in 6 months now. At least I was like, okay, maybe they can bring them back to reality. Let's see the vampire world from a young girl's eyes and everything. And then they didn't do it. They brought in Miles Morales, and they had her in one book, and then ever since that I haven't seen her, and they just said fuck off.
Yeah,
Like,
wasn't it that 2-issue Spider-Man Miles Morales stories the last time I saw her?
Yeah. The only reason why they had them all in the
Which was a
same book
damn
was
good
so
story.
that was to give Miles Morales the vampire suit, a fucking vampire suit.
Which we'll probably see show up in this one of the tie-ins for this
for this blood hunt shit. Yeah, for this blood hunt shit. Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think that's in the free comic book day book. Fucking Bloodline is in it. She's in it. That I think it's the free it's the free one, right?
Yeah.
Because I know she was like
just two previews, just two free
talking
previews.
shit. Yeah, I'm just twisted on how. Okay, we have free comic book coming up. They knew it was coming up this Saturday, right? Tomorrow. Now, why the fuck would we get Blood Hunt #1 before we get the free fucking comic book? And if you're not going to buy it, then of course you're not getting it till tomorrow, right? Doesn't that kind of fuck up the order of the story? Because I feel like it didn't, because when I read the free comic book day book, I honestly didn't get anything from it, personally,
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what those guys over there in Marvel are smoking right now. That's a good point. I didn't even think about it that much like that. I will bring
dude,
it up.
that shit.
That's
How
crazy.
we get the #1 before we get the preview to the whole fucking series?
And they specifically told us to hold on to the
I mean, to be
previews and
honest
shit.
with you, though, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Of the free comic book day one. Yeah, see, them things are all out here, and it just wasn't. When I read it, I thought it was a decent story. It gave her like a bloodline a little shine, and that was it. So I'm hoping in that. Fuck, I think it is Dracula #1, Blood Hunt. I know she's supposed to have a big part in that, so that's the next time we'll see her. So hopefully they do something with
Yeah.
her because um I know when they referred to the film, like when they first had the script for Blade's new movie, right? It was three female leads ahead of him, which is why Mahershala Ali was like, "Nah, fuck that. I don't like this script. Get rid of this shit. Do something else."
He
Right?
said,
So since
"Motherfuckers, I am
then,
an
I guess they
Oscar-winning fucking actor. You all put somebody in front of me. What the fuck?"
put respect
Yeah.
on my fucking name.
um, shit. I don't know, man. But Marvel, leave it up to fucking Marvel to fuck up fucking vampires. No, they need to slow down. At least give it some of the treatment that they gave to Werewolf by Night for that Halloween special. Do it like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Slow it down.
that was great.
That was fucking dope, right? Slow it
Yep,
down.
that
Figure
was
out why
probably
people actually like vampires, and then just take it slow, man. Take it, give it, take it half an hour. That's it. Take it half an hour, one shot. See if it fucking works. If it
Half an
doesn't,
hour Google search is all it
that's
takes.
what they should have did for Morbius. They could have told that whole fucked up story for half an hour, and not wasting my fucking time with that bullshit.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Morbius yet.
Mhm.
Great, go freaking read a fucking book, man. Go read, and you'll you know what I fucking actually read, man. What was I fucking reading?
I mean, there's probably
I
porn
was,
movies out there better than Morbius.
of course
I
there are,
said it.
of course there are. Here's a book that I just read. It's called Ukraine: How War Starts. It's distributed by Lunar. I forget who published it. Very good freaking book. The problem is it's a great graphic novel. That's what I want to say. The problem is that it's written as if it's somebody's fucking diary, right? And then every day it goes for like 60, 80 days, right? And those 80 days is as if the guy was writing and drawing everything that was fucking happening, everything. But it doesn't have a narrative story. It was like, hey, on this day, this happened. Oh, and you want to know what that means? Oh, by the way, this is what that fucking means. Oh, and by the way, fuck Mr. P and fuck Mr. A. And I had to say that because these motherfuckers listening, they like to fuck with me. Yeah. And fuck that president, fuck that dictator, and fuck that guy, and this guy's and he it was fucking beautiful, and I actually gave it to my teenage son, and then I want to sit down and read it with him and explain to him how things are, man. It was very very good freaking book. I forget but it's Ukraine, how war starts. It's very if you already have any questions about what you see on TV, that's a great place to freaking start. Yeah, great. Um, but yeah, man, I think we're done bashing this side of Marvel. Let's freaking keep it going with. Let's start with uh, Adams. Freaking hitting gems, baby. First one I got up for you, sir, is X-Men from 1991, number 41.
This is the first time that Rogue and Gambit kiss in a comic.
What?
Yeah. According to all the research I've done, yes, they do have that infamous cover for X-Men 24 from the same series, but this is the first time they actually kiss in a story.
Ugh.
Are
So that's what we're doing on now. That's what we're doing.
No, it was X-Men.
Specking on fucking.
Wait.
Specking on fucking now.
Of course, look who you're talking to, son. Of course, I'm specking on fucking thing.
Jesus. Okay. So I got one for you.
No seriousness for a second.
Uh-huh.
Who are the two most prominent characters in X-Men 97 up to episode 5? Rogue and Gambit. Gambit and Rogue, and there was that love triangle story. So it got me nostalgic for collecting Gambit like when I was a kid, because Gambit was a pimp. Remy LeBron representing shit. So I wanted to see what the first time that they actually, sucky fucking in a comic book. 'Cause
Jesus.
I am the innovator of perversion.
You're supposed to use analogs and freaking imagery and not say the actual words, my friend.
I forgot. This is Sober Chat, son,
Come
not
on.
Awesome Sauce Radio. My
Yeah, we're
apologies.
trying to get monetized, son.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
I'm not trying to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning for nothing.
Okay. I forgot.
Okay,
We're
so-
not
so-
earlier when we normally are
so-
playing, so I guess I do have to behave. But
Okay,
This
so
is-
you
like I
got
said-
it. So hold on, got you. You said X-Men number 41 because of
Rogue,
Damn
Gambit,
it. Okay, here's what I got for you. Mr. and Mrs. X, which was after Rogue and Gambit got married.
This is a good series.
Yeah, so in issue number 1, they get transported to the Shia Empire, where they are giving a weird looking little freaking egg type deal. That egg hatches in issue number 3, and out comes Xandra Normani of the Shia Empire, princess of the Shia Empire, who is the daughter.
Xavier and
Yes, the daughter of Charles Xavier, and I forget what the name of the.
That's
Shia
actually a
princess
good play.
is. Yeah, and the reason
is
why.
is it Lilandra?
Yes.
I think that's her name, right? Lilandra.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So if you've seen or if you finished, this X-Men '97, you know for a fact that there's something that happens that makes this a really good play. Just saying that's out there. Don't know if that's the direction, but just throwing that out there.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch episode 6 because I think I know exactly what you're talking about now.
All right, sir. Up to you. X-Men, Marvel graphic novel number 5. God loves, man kills.
This is actually you did get the sixth printing with the Adam News cover, right?
Yes, sir. The ones that I brought up, they all kind of look the same, but yes.
All right, yeah. Basically, this was a 6th print done in 2003ish when X2 came out. This is the first appearance of William Stryker in episode 8 of X-Men '97. He's the preacher that's preaching. He's the main villain of this story. He was also the main villain in X2. To me, this is also when Magneto actually starts to become a good guy for a bit. And like I said, can't go wrong with Adam News. Just I think they might use Stryker more next season. I don't think they would put that little cameo of Stryker in there for no reason. And plus, like I said, Adam News, man.
Okay. I don't have anything for that except for let's get Christopher in here. You were talking to me earlier about X-Men number 27, the Peach Momoko. When it first came up on my radar, it shot
sir.
to $27. Now, what are you saying it is up to now?
It got up to $45 raw and $100 9.8 sale.
Wow.
All right, so
Excuse me, Chris.
every
is this
one of
the
these
first
variants, they had a new character on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
First what?
Yeah.
It's the first
All,
Space Storm,
all
right?
these covers, all the new champion variants will be the. Yeah, well, it's the first cover appearance of Maya Storm. Her first actual appearance was in Ultimate X-Men number 2. All right, so we just got that like a week or two ago, I guess. But everybody on these covers, if you haven't already got them, I would definitely go scoop these up because so far, we got their first in-book appearance, I would say, in this last Spider-Woman number 7, right? So there's 3 covers on that Spider-Woman 7 that came out this week. It was the first appearance of the Assembly, right? Now, I think that the 5 characters that made up was from Captain Marvel, new champions variant. Um, let's see, Liberty, which was a Marvel Captain America cover. That's the chick with the fucking wings. That was
Oh,
on
okay.
Spider Girl or Spider Woman 7 this week. Then the dude on Captain Marvel is a guy named Cadet Marvel. Then we got, I think it was what's that fucking girl's name? Oh, Hellrune. She was on the new champions Thor variant, right? And then who else? It was five. It was five of them total that came
Yeah.
in this group called the Assembly this week. Spider
Right.
Woman
So
7
hold on.
is currently selling for like what, $15 to $25.
Right. Even though their first
20. So
right, even though the first cover appearances were on these, and I actually have some of the rest of these on here. Did want to make sure that people did understand that the though the Ultimate X-Men #2 was the first kind of weird end story where it was really the whole book was really about their story. The first consecutive pages that was out there where it was inside the book was actually an Ultimate Universe #1. That's one that had, I think it was like a 150 or was it a 1/100 with like Thor on the freaking cover. If you go to the back of the book, the last like 6 pages, it's with Armor and Maystorm and they're in class. So that's a thing. But yeah, so we got Magneto #3, new champions, Pensacola, Black Panther, Doc Strange. Then we also have this Miles Morales, this Ghost Rider at Venom #26. I'm kind of interested in seeing what's going on with that one because they're supposed to be in my IOC. They're talking about these other Spider characters that's supposed to be coming out. Then you got that Wolverine #38 that Lionel Yu. Then these are the ones that you're talking about. That Captain Marvel #1, that Paco Medina, that Lucas Warnock for Captain America #2. She shows up as well. Don't know when that one character from Spider-Man #36. He's like Cat Man, I guess. That Rune, I think that's one for Immortal Thor #3. That Tony Infante on the right.
Yeah, she was a part of the 5 that was in Spider Woman 7 this week. And oh yeah, that's another one too. That Moon Knight, that
Yes.
Moon Squire, I think his name is. He was another one of them. So like it was 5 of them total.
And the Deadpool Battle Blood. This guy. That's not that guy. Oh, this Avengers #6. That Torrin Clark. He's showing up. I'm not sure if he shows up but he will eventually show up. And that might be the Guardians of the Galaxy #7. And that Fantastic Four #12. Not sure when these guys are showing up, but these, like I said, have been painted for eventually showing up somehow, some way. You just gotta pay attention and be ready for them. All right,
'Cause
Adam.
everybody missed that Spider Woman 7. Everybody missed that, dude. Now that book is $25, $30 easily. And that's for the one, think cover B, the Todd Knock. That's the highest selling one.
Yeah. I think I ordered more. I also, as you can see by those little red stop sign, that these are all sold out now. This is from the Diamond site, but I was able to go to the Penguin site and order more. So hopefully they respect my order and I can have some more. I actually ordered more a week ago and I just got them sitting around. But I guess people maybe start to freak out and start buying something. If they do, then I'll be ready for them. All right, Adam, you're up next with the 1994 Marvel Comics X-Men, The Blackbird Jet Vehicle by Toy Biz.
Yeah, this is the first time they ever made a toy of the Blackbird.
Well, what the hell is the Blackbird, my son?
What's that?
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, basically, Unfortunately,
Since it's
the two I order in storage, I would have actually showed one of them.
since it's a
This is
fighter
Deadline.
jet that transforms into 3 action stages
Yep.
for mobile air command, it's currently going on eBay if you can get a good copy.
I know. I just got lost like one mitten box that ended at like 155.
Yeah, this one's going for 256.
Damn.
It's got dual firing missiles, secret ejector seat, and a swing out command center. Good lord.
Like I said, this is the first time they ever made the Blackbird as a play set, as an action figure type thing. I know they've done a couple since, but this is the first one. And I've even seen them loose with missing parts going for like 75, 80 bucks.
Yeah. Those are the ones
It's like one of the
seen
Holy
before
Grail
as well.
pieces of Toy Biz X-Men stuff.
Yeah, I was just about to. I was about to ask you, Adam. Did you see the Transformers one that came out not too long ago?
Yeah, I did. And I'm kicking myself right now on that one, as I saw it too late.
Yeah. Okay, so
I got one if you
now
want it, yeah, there was this cool ass 6-inch one too that they just laid out the schematics for 6-inch figures. It's pretty fucking dope. I'll find it and shoot it to you next time, Lucas.
okay. All right. So lastly, here we go with this is reported by Deadline that Evangeline, Robin Liefeld's Evangeline, is going to be picked up by Warner Brothers. And Margot Robbie is looking to act in the lead character.
Okay.
And it's going to be directed by what's her name? Olivia Wilde. So 2 hot ass chicks are going to be freaking acting and directing this freaking thing. It's going to be freaking interesting. It was originally picked up by Paramount, but they couldn't do anything with it. Man, it's going to be interesting. So I just want to know like what's going to be the actual budget though. So the first appearance of Evangeline was Evangeline Deadly Sins #1. There's plenty of copies out there. However, there are some signed copies out there with a certificate of authentication out there. So there's the regular animated drawn freaking cover, and then there's also a cosplay cover that's out there as well. The animated one has 700 copies, and then the cosplay one has 750 copies that's out there. So just for your edification, do y'all even remember Evangeline? Because remember, this is a character that was in Image. This is originally Maximum Press.
Yep.
Then it showed up in Image as part of the Spawn universe. Then now it's in the Marvel universe as Thor's sister. Now they're breaking it off again, so it's going its own thing in cinema wise. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is this going to do anything for it?
Oh
'Cause
shit!
I haven't seen any
That's
sales
the
that people care.
original.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you're telling me that that's the original? Did they change her name? Because I thought Thor's sister first appearance was in that Spawn #9, right? I think it was Spawn 9.
Excuse me, Lucas. I think you have your characters confused.
I don't know. Maybe I do.
Yeah, because Angela, Thor's sister, who first appeared in Spawn 9, is different from the character that's going to be made into a movie which was created by Liefeld.
All right, let's see. This is what Deadline says. Evangeline is an angel who fights the forces of evil and often finds herself face to face with demons and monsters. She was the most feared warrior in the Heaven's War Host. So that is almost exactly like the character that you guys are talking about.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like her. So that's confusing as shit. But I mean,
I'll bet.
It-
I'll bet.
I
I'll bet.
wonder if, like, okay, is this
the
where
different characters right now.
Yeah, I guarantee you, like as she goes from book to book, her character definitely changed. Like, there's no way that an angel should be a sister of a Norse fucking god. There's no way, but they fucking made it happen so well. But originally in Maximum Press, that's what she was. She was an angel who fights the forces of evil. She's a fallen angel banished from heaven by God after being tricked into questioning his love for humans. And then in the book, she was stripped of all her angelic abilities other than strength and blood. Um, and once in her blood, which once extracted from her body, could be used as a weapon or a miracle when it's powered by quoting verses from the Bible. So,
Holy Bible?
yeah. Well, which Bible are you talking about? There's many Bibles out there.
I swear on
But
the
yeah.
Bible.
But yeah, so so this is probably the original, and then yeah, as it went from book to book, the character just kind of changed a little bit. All right, let's keep it moving. What do we got? All right, hey, Adam, have you watched Fallout yet, man?
No, I have not yet.
Man, you got to get on that. So here's what we're looking at, right? I'm looking at a streaming chart put out by Just Watch, and they're saying Fallout still number one. Still number one at the top of the freaking charts. Shogun number 2, which I guess people are just now picking up on. That's the one that's in, it's not medieval Japan, but it's like pre-Reconstruction, Prince King George, whatever. Japan, really good freaking show. The 3-body problem, I think people are making it out to be more than it is. But then you've got Ripley, Gentleman in Moscow, a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't want to watch. Baby Reindeer is now dropping to number 7. That one's a really good one. That's about the female that's stalking a guy, but she's like one of those smart stalkers. And then at number 10, all the way at the bottom, is Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. That's a documentary about what was happening on the Nickelodeon set. Great, good stuff. I'm trying to see. It says just watch this Late Night with the Devil. It's the most streamed movies, but I don't see it on this list. So Late Night with the Devil, which once again is a great freaking movie. I saw it in the theaters. Great freaking stuff. It is now available for streaming. And I know some of you guys definitely wanted me to touch on Paramount. Hopefully, this is what you guys wanted me to talk about with Paramount. Sony Pictures Entertainment and Apollo Global Management. That's one of those big funds with the big freaking money. They have reportedly sent a formal letter to Paramount regarding their $26 billion all-cash offer. They're trying to buy Paramount Media, right? Which would include CBS and its Paramount streaming service. The letter, which was signed by Sony's CEO and Adam Sorbell from Apollo, was sent on May 1st. It comes just an hours before an exclusive time period expires for Skydance Media. Skydance Media is another company that has a whole bunch of video games and stuff out. If you guys remember, that you guys probably don't remember, there's a Captain America, Black Panther type video game out there that's out there in another world right now. That's by Sky Media, right? Now they're trying to buy freaking Paramount. Apollo is kind of shy about paying a premium for assets, so they're not going to pay too much because they've already paid $1.6 million for Redbox. I don't remember the last time I fucking used if I've ever used
Redbox is still around. Holy shit!
Yeah. I think it's out where I'm at because of the mountains, because not everybody has internet.
No, I think the one in the strip mall in my parents' town, they just moved where they were after the construction ended.
Yeah, and then
since construction on this one shopping mall started.
Yeah, and they also have They paid $375 million for Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I don't know what to make of that. Sony and Paramount together would be really freaking weird. I mean, I can only think of all the IPs because Paramount has a lot of freaking good IPs. It's just they don't know how to freaking market them. They don't know when to release them. But Sony also has a lot of really good freaking IPs that it doesn't really know how to market either, except for the Spider-Man stuff, which is done really good with. But if the Sony animation side can help out the Paramount animation, then we're cooking with some grease fire. Also, if they could give the Sony animation treatment to the Star Trek stuff, then watch out.
That would be sweet.
Yeah. We don't have any mail today. We're gonna go to IOC, but before we go to IOC, let's go ahead and take a 48-second break. All right.
Okay.
All right, we're back. That was some of the Star Wars stuff that they're going to be putting out for May 4th or Free Come Up With Day. Now we're going to start with IOC, the initial order cutoff. This is some of the stuff is 2 months out. Some of the stuff is even 3 months out. This is your chance if you can get a good look at it. Some of it's art is still not even out yet. We're not even talking about that stuff. What we're going to do with Drunken Chat is, especially for the non-incentives and everything, give you a chance to look at it. Some of the stuff, if you hit us up before Sunday, gonna have a discount, 48% discount off the freaking bat. Okay, all you gotta do is go to the pull box, put in your freaking order it, especially if it's has an incentive pin up to it. This is the freaking time to freaking do it. Take advantage of this. All right, let's go ahead and freaking get going. And these are, I got them broken down by dates, but some of these were just like some that just kind of took me. This one is actually pretty good. I kind of like the art and the style on this one. Batman and Robin number 11, cover B by Juan Ferreira, a card stock. You got freaking Batman and Robin, and they got the big old dinosaur. I guess that's usually in the freaking cave, about to eat the shit out of him, and it looks like Robin is just taking a picture of him with the fucking phone. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Then we got some Power Rangers, but instead of because they've been doing these zombie variants of the freaking Power Rangers, but here, instead of it being the Power Rangers, they've got the villains here. And they're kind of the zombie variants all on one page of all the villains. Then Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 29, cover B, Bjorn Berens. You kind of got Superman flying, but it's weird because if you look closely, he's shooting the fucking beam out of his fucking eye, but instead of it being both eyes, it's just the one fucking eye, which is kind of fucking weird. And of course, while he's flying around, you got Batman hanging off the side of an oil tanker or some shit. I got Ram God issue number 1 by Nat Massive. And then Catwoman, issue number 67, 125 by Otto Smith. Not sure what she's lying in. I guess that's supposed to be Jules, but all right, lady. And then Nightwing, number 116. This one is a 125 by Terso Cons. It's cardstock. Tell me why this motherfucker looks like Kevin Schmidt with a fucking Nightwing costume on.
I don't know.
He does, man.
He does.
He got Nightwing looks like he's been freaking on the same diet that I've been on, man. I don't know what the fuck. Maria Wolf has Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, issue number 4. It actually looks pretty freaking good. I don't know what that is. Birds of
that's pretty
Prey,
fucking
issue
dope.
number 11. Yes, sir. 1 in 25. Chris NG. This one is a cardstock. Florida Man versus Hogzilla. Issue number 1 by
Okay.
American Mythology Productions.
I was going to ask. I answers that question.
Adam. There's so much shit going on in here. I can't describe it.
That's fine. My question is: it going to be crazier than the last Florida Man series that came out a while back?
Is that possible?
I don't know.
Is it possible? Has anybody actually bought the fucking thing and then actually opened the book and fucking read it? If you did, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're
I
not supposed-
glanced it, and it was kind
Not
of
at
wild.
all.
Continuing on with the movie that was turned into a comic book series, Willy's Wonderland, issue number 3. This one is a limited edition freaking cover with the Tinkerbell that's on there. I think it's limited to just 200. Then Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 48, has a 1 in 2. Is it 125? I think it's 125. Yeah, 125 by Jordan Wilson. Then Scout Comics has Fear City Presents Humper, issue number 1. So this one is apparently written by former Rockstar Games senior artist Stephen Bliss. So the guy that wrote this has experience with writing video games. Then Ultimate X-Men issue number 5. This one is Intial Lee has always done these kind of portrait type freaking covers. This is the first one that I've actually seen that is actual symptoms that the eyes are one. Adam's favorite cartoon, other than My Little Pony, Powerpuff Girls, issue number 1.
Hells yeah!
Hold on, let me count how many fucking covers it's got for no fucking
I
reason.
see, it's a Dynamite book.
Yeah,
so
dude, I really like that.
17 effing
Does
covers.
that have more than less than Space Ghost?
17 effing covers, man. And there's a 1 of 40 by Romero. I think that's what
Okay.
we're looking at. Some of these are foil for no fucking reason. Just absolute fucking.
Excuse me,
ridiculous.
Lucas, says it's Dynamite. Are they going to be doing the usual Dynamite limited to God knows how many, special foils or whatever?
I'm looking at some foils right now, but I would have to look in and see if there's any, because there's also a metal premium.
That's
That's
what
on
I was thinking.
Yeah,
There is a metal premium.
yeah. I just don't have the price here, but just hit me up later and I'll let you know.
Yeah,
what it is.
because I want to look into that. I can see this book doing. I wouldn't underestimate the Powerpuff Girls fan base.
All right, here are some of the books that are coming out, shipping out. July 3rd. Neil Before Zod by Lucio Perillo.
Eel before Zod.
Then Vampirilla Dark Reflections issue.
Ooh,
number
that shit's
2.
nice.
Yes, it is. This is a homage to Holy Mary, Jesus' mom, Guadalupe. Actually, it's the homage to the Guadalupe portrait. and it's supposed to have the first appearance of a mysterious leader known as Queen Tenebris. There are probably like 15 different covers on here. One of these is a 1 of 15, but people are going to want the Perillo foil as well as the Pearl foil version. I don't know why they didn't do a metal premium for this, but yeah, this one looks amazing. Scarlet issue number 2. There is a spoiler variant that's out there, so we don't have the cover out there for that one yet. Then Poison Ivy, issue number 24, cover B is by David Nakayama. I don't know why she's got to throw her hips all out like that just to figure what are the damn plants.
Yeah, why
But,
not?
yeah.
Shit, Poison Ivy is thick. She back there slugging, huh? She dragging a wagon.
Look,
Shit.
all I know, man, if you see your wife out there watering the plants and she throwing her hips out like that, you tell her to get her ass inside because she know what she's doing.
I'll tell her the
She know what
charge.
she's doing.
That she's Miss Parker hurrying. Miss
Yeah.
Parker.
Hi,
You know,
Miss
I've noticed that
Parker.
dude Dave Johnson, he is drawing some thick ass women these days. I don't know what's going on, like, but I'd say like the last, I don't know, dude, maybe what, like how many covers he's been on? Like fucking 20 so far, right? Dude, every one seems to get thicker and thicker and thicker. I mean, like,
Yeah.
even that Dazzler shit he just dropped, right? She was thick as hell too, right? Like,
For
damn,
no damn
dude.
reason.
You didn't saw a big boned woman out there and got excited or something, bro.
Yeah. Went straight from the strip club to the fucking art studio. Said, let me put this up real quick. Man.
Dude, you know what?
Awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I try to stay away from raunchy books, right? I mean, you know, I like a little sexy maybe for my PC, right? But I mean, nowadays, dude, it's like, dude, these women on these books are so goddamn thick. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know if I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on. I went from those skinny pennies to where you can barely see if she has two ass cheeks to now where they're just, you know, slugging and shit like Megan Thee Stallion or some just dumb, stupid, thick porn star or some shit, you know?
Did you say my name?
Size so
Hell, I'll
serious
take
says,
it.
tell the truth.
I'll take one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Fucking look, I knew it was over once I started seeing Penthouse comics.
Hell
What the
yeah!
fuck? Penthouse comics. Wait, what the fuck? And then and it wasn't because look, if you go through the previews magazine, that thick ass fucking book, there's all types of shit in there. There's all types of shit. Just people just trying to freaking make it, just trying to get the names out there. But you know these were actual fucking comic fans by the fact that they got 6 or 7 variants of the Penthouse fucking comics on there. What the fuck? You know, they're limited edition,
Yeah.
limited to like 200 and shit. You know, I actually did very well with some of that limited edition and those bagged fucking Penthouse comics. I still don't know what the fuck's in there. But yeah. All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
those
With
did well. Hey, Lucas, how do you? Another
Mhm.
question, dude. I know you ain't got the book up and shit, but how do you do a zombie tramp, dude? Because you know, a buddy of mine, dude, he can't keep that shit in for nothing, dude.
I do
Zombie
really
Tramp.
well
You
with
ever
zombie
heard of it?
traps.
I don't really. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
sold
dude.
Zombie Trap. I've sold Hack and Slash, believe it or not, but not Zombie Tramp. Um, don't know why that is.
Yeah, check
And,
out
and,
Zombie
and
Tramp,
it's
Lucas. I think you can even
yeah.
you can
Well, I mean,
even
whenever it's on FOC, it's definitely in the store. All they got to do is freaking do a search, and my shit'll fucking come up. You know. Um,
yeah,
but
dude, we got like 5 or 6 dudes that just buy the shit out of Zombie Tramp. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the same issue as long as it's a different cover. They buy all that shit, dude. They're worse than me. You know, I'll get like 6 to 10 of one cover, right? These motherfuckers just hoard that shit. What are you doing with this shit, buddy?
well, see, that's one of those IPs that I don't understand how they haven't done anything with it yet. right? Like how
Yeah.
is there not at least a B movie or a C movie that somebody's trying to do some shit with it yet? I don't fucking get it.
Yeah. Even
But
even in animation,
here,
you know.
yeah, here's the deal. Like, I've always said that shit comes in freaking circles, right? Like, there's always these cycles, right? So, for instance, we superhero was a cycle. That shit is fucking done just for now. Then there was going to be the kaiju cycle. That shit was popping. We had multiple Godzilla fucking movies and Ultraman fucking movies that just happened within the last year. In fact, we just had a Godzilla King Kong fucking movie. Now, what you got to watch out for is the 80s type thriller shit, right? Um, that shit might be coming making a comeback, and I'll tell you why. So Zendaya, she just had that tennis fucking movie out, which was #1 at the box office last week. It only made $15 million, but it was enough that it took #1. So this is the time that some of those movie studios are like, you know what? We don't have to do these crazy ass fucking movies all the time and have these blockbusters. All we got to do is win these weekly little freaking joints during these quiet movies, and in order to get adults to the fucking movie theater, let's throw back some sex. Let's bring sex back to the freaking joint
Hell
too,
yeah!
right?
Sex is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Actually, Adam, are you interested in watching that Zendaya movie? That should be right down your eye because she takes a train, man. She takes the, she takes the double H train down to fucking downtown, man. Shit, I don't know how she's playing tennis after that shit, but man, shit,
I'll eventually check it out.
yeah. Um, but yeah, so let's keep it going on the freaking on the books. All right, so here are some of the books that are coming out July 10th. Action Comics number 1067, cover C by Pablo Villalobos. Kind of tame for him. Batman Gotham by Gaslight. The Kryptonian Age number 2. This is pretty interesting because apparently there was a Kryptonian age of mankind that was on Earth long before actual man came on, and that's what the storyline is supposed to be. The cover that I have up here is the 1 to 25 by Edge Curry. Makes the Spider-Man. He's now the Spider Goblin. That's happening on issue. Is that issue #1? Not necessarily issue #1, but whatever the issue was before this one. Oh, issue number 52. So it makes the Spider-Man number
That,
53 is what I have up
yeah.
here to cover A. But and then Profane issue number 2. The cover that I have up here is a Tula Lotte. How are you so clothed and yet have your titties out like that? I don't get
That's
that.
just typical day at the strip club, man.
This is not even strip club for clothing. It's like it's so weird yet so profane, man. Like I was looking at it at work and I had to fucking immediately shut the shit down. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, she's fully clothed. What's weird about it.
Specking out titties. Specking out titties. Titties are gifts
Uh,
from God.
um July 17th. Absolute Power. Origins #1. Cover A. Irvin Rodriguez. This story is supposed to go into why and how Amanda Waller decided to put together the Trinity of Evil that's supposed to go against, like Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. This is supposed to be the reason why.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah,
They've been building up to this for the last couple of years, so
it looks. Yeah, this cover it looks like it was definitely used a photo as a, not a homage, but whatever you want to call it. But it's just dank and fucking dark, and I don't know how people are going to freaking take this one. But it's definitely something. It's definitely something. So yeah, people aren't going to like it, but I can't. I got to give them their flowers on the artistic or on the artistic choice. Witchblade is coming back. with issue number 1. The one that I'm most interested in right now, though, is this cover right here, which is a J. Scott Campbell. This isn't even the final art, but you know what? If this was the final art, I would still take it. This one is going to be a 1 in 50 for the J. Scott Campbell. Looks pretty damn good to me. For this is the top cow back from the 90s, I believe, like 95, 96, something like that.
Yes, Witchblade was 95.
Yeah. Superman issue number 6, cover B. Nathan Zerdy, part of the Absolute Power. Oh wait, what the fuck? I must have fucked up the thing. But this is definitely Zantana. Actually, no, this is gotta be right. Superman number 16, Nathan Zerdy, with Zantana on the freaking cover.
Yep.
It's weird. Still looks good. Then Thundercats issue number 6. Lord have mercy. This is Mumra looking looking like he hasn't missed leg day or arm day on this motherfucker. Lucio Perillo. God damn it. I hate fucking Dynamite. I don't like but you know what? I'm gonna grab me. See, yep, there's a metal premium on there and there's some foils on here. I
Of
might
course.
just go ahead and
it's
grab
Dynamite.
me some of those.
Dynamite hates trees, man.
Catwoman issue number 67. David Nakayama. Looks like she's got her cat crew going. And bunch of just too much leather on the fucking cover. And whips. Mandatory whips. And handcuffs. I see some handcuffs in there too. And so here's what's interesting, right? Is you got all the females running into it, but you got one dude with the fucking gun all the way in the fucking back. Bitch, why don't you with the gun? Why don't you in the fucking front? You supposed to be the one in the fucking front. Otherwise, put the fucking gun away, bitch. And Pablo Villalobos also did one of Catwoman in 67. She's in France apparently at this time. Okay. I really don't care. I mean, look, the art is freaking good, but I'm not sure I get what the art thing is supposed to be. But okay. Going back to Thundercats issue number 6. I like the context, but Lionel's face looks all types. It looks like a freaking really drunk fucking Irishman in this one. And I don't know what's fucking going on here. This one, I believe, is by Raza. It looks good, but weird at the same time. Like a little rush, maybe computer generated, but it's gonna be all right. And then there's your Tao Chitara cover. Superman number 16 also has a cover D by Pablo Villalobos, giving us a little back action. However, she doesn't have any back to show, so I don't know what the fuck what Pablo was going for in this one. But for those that love fishnets, I'm looking at you, the Professor, and Johnny from ComicCrusaders.com. This is the fucking cover for you. In fact, I'm going to show this on No Prize Podcast, even though it's supposed to be all about Marvel. I'm going to show this to them. Excuse me, Dark Knights of Steel, All Winter, issue number 1, cover B by Gerardo Zaffino. Then 1067, Eddie borrows a foil variant. And then, so I'm trying to gather what the heck is going on. I guess this is like one of those 5000 BC type joints, but this is like Batman met as a fucking Viking or some shit. Cover is by Francesco. This cover is by Francesco Mattina. There's a cover C that's a regular open order, but then there's also a 1 in 50 of this. And you know what? We'll have to see. I think people will definitely like the Zafinos, but they'll also like the Matinas, but we'll just have to see how that's going to pan out. And then Action Comics number 1067, a Ben Oliver cardstock. Definitely got the form down of Superman just flying around with a fucking car and shit. And then Dark Knights of Steel All Winter #1 also has a 125. Hamari Foil, and I don't know who this lady is. Looks like I'm trying to think who is the Ice Girl inside the DC universe. I don't know who that is. I forget who that is. But
I know who
maybe
you're
this is
talking about. I can't think of her either.
yeah. Maybe is this
Another-
maybe like a bunch of first appearances for all these characters? Maybe unless they show up in some weird.
Possibly because it
Yeah,
in that time frame, right? Or is it in? I think it's in a different universe, right? Or a different world,
yeah,
like how they do to DC other worlds. So it's
yeah.
probably going to be a lot of first in that.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to Catwoman number
That story,
67.
Dark Knights of Steel did really well too. I
You
wouldn't
said
say
Dark.
nothing, Lucas. I just said that that series did really well. Yeah.
You said Dark Knights did really well. Which one? Because there was this one Batman story where, and I forget the title of it, where it was Batman and Superman, and they were like in the medieval ages or some shit. But uh, Bruce Wayne's father was actually Superman's dad. I forget what story that one was, and I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't take off. It was a freaking great freaking start, just that people didn't fucking like it, or maybe it's because they just hate DC altogether. I don't know.
Yeah, it was one of those periods where all DC books kind of weren't doing shit. So
Uncanny Valley #4, a very close um, upshot of the Yosemite Sam character with a freaking
Ooh,
gun,
nice.
double barreled, well, gripped up, two rounds in a barrel. Then Power Girl issue #11, come to see Annie Huck Lee.
that's fine.
I don't know why this date showing like that, but Thundercats Chitara issue #1. So this one is supposed to go back more into her background, which I'm actually kind of liking. Where it talks about how she's actually supposed to be a princess, and if y'all knew it, y'all better than me because I wasn't freaking following. But apparently she was a freaking princess, and it's supposed to go into like her background and all that stuff. This one, I forget who this one. It's not Susan Micah. Puebla. I think it's Puebla that did this one, and it looks damn fucking good. And it was good as well. And there is a Sosa Micah that I gotta freaking pull. Once again, this is only on IOC. Once we get to FOC, then I'll show it again to you. Actually, I might have, if I didn't already post it on my Instagram, I'll post it again. But the Sosa Micah does look good. X-Men Blood Hunt, Laura Kinney, the Wolverine. This one is Bjorn Morens. Daredevil issue #11. This one is a Joshua Schwabe. And there's also a 1/100 of this one as well. And then this one, they've kind of gone back to the fountain too many times, but it still looks good. The 1/25 by Tran and Gwen. It's where it's got her face, costume face, but then it opens up and then like her actual normal face is inside. Then Sinister Sons issue #6, cover B by Raza, looks pretty good. Ultimate X-Men issue #5.
It's a lot
I
going
think
on that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who is the little girl with the little rabbit ears.
I think they're all gonna get their first appearance in 3, if not 4, because they're on the cover for #3. I think it's the Momoko cover. I don't know if the Bunny Girl showed up because I want to say that was the first time I saw her on a cover, but I know this little group is supposed to be in #3, if not 4.
Okay.
It may be a cameo in 3, First Fallen 4 type deal.
Yeah.
All right, here we go with July 24th. Detective Comics 1087. Cover C by Guillaume March. Then Baba Boom Zatanna brings down the house, issue number 2. Ariel Diaz, fishnets, ass, and back out.
Face down.
Little waist.
Fishnets.
That's how
Nope.
Danny likes it. So just to show you guys, hey gals, if you don't have it, throw it a little. Still try to throw it a little back out, and it still looks pretty good. Venom, Separation Anxiety, issue number 3. This one is a 1 in 25 by Alex Maleev. And then back to Santana, Brent brings out a house. Here's a 1 in 25 by Jenny Frison. It looks really damn good. Now here we go
I'm looking for
with
that.
Army of Darkness Forever, the baby Necronomicon. Now I cannot say this is the first. Maybe, and this is Army of Darkness Forever issue number 10. Maybe he comes out at number 8. Maybe he comes out at number 9. I don't know. It just kind of piqued my interest. He's on the freaking cover here for issue number 10, so I'm going to keep an eye out on this, and then we'll see how this goes. Hello Darkness, issue number 1, the same new title. And this one is a Jenny Frison special. Detective Comics 1087, 125 by Sebastian Fiormora. What the fuck is the Joker's got? So Adam,
Yes,
so
sir.
what you're looking at right now is it looks like, all right, somebody, most likely the Joker, has got Batman's mask in his
Okay.
hands.
Okay.
And at the end of each fingertip are eyeballs.
All right.
Okay. Now, normally I would say, oh, that's Joker all day, every day. However, if you guys haven't been paying attention, in the last year or so, they've been trying to make sure everybody understand that there's this Batman character that is actually Batman, Bruce Wayne, that when he goes crazy, he turns into this character named Azor. So it could be this character. The only reason why I think it could be that character is because of the little bat wings and the color of the mask. So who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, this covers kind of
It sounds
Yeah.
kind of cool, man.
it's very gross yet intriguing. Back to Hello Darkness issue number 1. There is a piece from Roko of a fairy on her knees, and her head is kind of in between her knees. So it's not quite all the way cut off, but it's definitely off. It's kind of in between her knees, in front of her knees. And yes, Jesus, hello Jesus is in the house. Well, forgive us, Jesus, for looking at weird fairy murdering stuff. Something is killing the children, issue number 39. Another great freaking joined by Jenny Frison. This one is a cover B. Spawn kills every spawn. There might be some new spawns in this one for issue number 1. Then there's some more weirdness from DC and Outsiders number 9, Steve Beach. Some great negative use of negative space for Batman Dark Age number 4, the 1 in 25 by Jorge Fornes. Now, I talked about Ram God earlier, but this is the cover that I have a feeling that people are going to like this one. Massive has Ram God coming out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
She's thick as fuck. Oh my god. Look at the ass to hip ratio on that. Like, it's fucking
She's all
ridiculous.
ass,
Dude,
bro.
she's so thick. That's some anime shit. Dude, that's how I like
This
it.
is
But
like
I'm just,
Rule
it's
34
just
porn
fucking
shit.
amazing.
Right?
Oh my god. We're looking at cyberpunk porn.
Testify.
How many copies am I gonna put you down for? All right,
I don't
Feral.
know, dude. I might be able to blow through 10. Look at that ass to hip ratio, dude. Hey, we'll get one sticky and keep it icky.
Are these artists going to the strip club and then coming home and drawing shit?
It must
And
be, man.
if so, then they want to rep my strippers.
Man,
Nah, dude.
look, I can tell you for
Been
real, there
watching
ain't no
too many Meg the Stallion videos.
yeah strip clubs ain't got this because if they did, I would never fucking leave, man. They ain't got this type of talent over there. Specking on ass, says Joe 4771.
Specking on ass, specking on titties. Yeah.
Feral, chapter 5. This one is a homage to. It's one of the Dead series. Not the living night, not the Night of the Living Dead, not the Day of the maybe Day of the Living Dead.
I think it's
it is.
Dawn of the Living Dead.
It might be
Yeah.
Dawn of the Living
Yeah.
Dead, yeah. Harley Quinn, issue number 42 by Sweeney Boo. I don't know what's
I
going
like
on here,
that
but
too.
she's got a kind of a fuba, but all right. Now this one, I really like this one. This Wolverine, this one is a facsimile, and there's supposed to be a foil for it. Vengeance of Moon Knight, number 7. This one's a Mike Mayhew. And Vengeance of Moon Knight, no, nothing interesting happening in this one. People have been talking about this one, Fantastic Four. This is part of the Blood Hunt series. This is a bunch of vampires that are just trying to bite the shit out of fucking Reed. And the question has been, okay, if vampires or something tried to bite Reed, what fucking happens? Because he's Mr. Electricity, right? He's just fucking stretches and shit, right? So that's been a kind of a question. Now, here's the problem. If that's what happens to him, he just doesn't feel anything. He just doesn't really feel anything and shit, right? What happens when he tries to get intimate with the wife? You telling me he don't feel none of that shit?
No, I think it's just that his skin is like impenetrable to a degree, so they can't just bite him and get in, right? But he's Mr. Fantastic, dude. I don't know if you paid attention to Susan, but she's always fucking happy. You know what I mean? Until the times when Namor's clapping them cheeks, but still,
Well, you gotta remember,
Reed is Mr. Stretch.
He's Mr. Fantastic. He's called
Yeah,
Mr.
but the
Fantastic
thing is-
for a reason, bro.
the thing is, you gotta remember the theory that
His body can stretch
the theory that
every part.
Dr. Doom is the father of their daughter.
Wasn't that confirmed somewhere, or is that just still a theory at this point?
Hey,
It's still a theory, but all I know is that he's been sending that
It's a
bitch fucking
theory.
happy birthday notes and all that shit, and wish you well, and you can do it. Shit. Jorge Enrique says he looks like he feels it. They just can't break his skin. Ugh. I guess we'll have to freaking buy it and find out. All right, here we go with NYX number 1. It's supposed to be a bunch of different characters in there to include Kamala Khan and Vision. Vision is back in this one. But yeah, the one that we got up here is Art Germ. Now there's a regular Art Germ cover, open order, but there's also going to be a 1 in 100 for the Art Germ. But there's also going to be a 1 in 50 for the Pablo Villalobos and a Ricky Yagawa. All right, 731 X-Force from the Ashes of New Beginning. Introducing Tank. He's the character that's kind of a big character that's in the freaking back there. Then there's
Come
also
up with
going
a
to
better name than Tank.
be um, there's also going to be a David Nakayama. And then there's also going to be a 1/100 by Clayton Crane, and it's got Forge on the cover. Black Widow with Venomous is a 1/52. Grim number 19. It's got an amazing 1/25 by Firemore. What if Donald Duck became Wolverine, a great Peach Momoko? It's a homage to one of those Wolverine and the freaking Snow covers that everybody likes. Darth Maul, Black, White, and Red, going to issue number 4. And there's a 1/25 by Dave Marquez. Almost Dead by Blaze, going to issue number 7. It got us going out till August 7th on Initial Orders this month with Venom War number 1. This was a Scotty Young.
Okay.
Let's go to September 18th. Graveyard Club number 1. There's an Unlockable Mercado. And that takes us to FCB free comic book day stuff. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a longer break. If I can find all my shit. Somebody erased my popcorn video. Well, that fucking sucks.
God damn it. It's like the greatest video they have in Drunken Chat.
All right, let's just do some Joker Folia dude. All right, here we go. Now we're going to start talking about some of the books that you guys can pick up today. May 4th. May the 4th be with you as you go out forth and try to pick up
Down with the Sith.
all your free stuff. Now I'm not going to cover every single one, but I am going to cover the ones that I've been continuously tagged up on that people definitely freaking want. So you can have a better idea of as you go in there which ones to actually look for. Looks like though I am missing one. One I'm missing is that One Piece. That One Piece is definitely freaking the number one because it didn't come in a bundle. It just came as one, as like the one thing, and it's the first set of. Well, it's the first One Piece in a comic book type format. That's why people are after that one. Which is weird. I have a feeling that after this, people are going to forget all about it, right? And I tell you why, because a year ago we actually had Zom 100. I actually found this while I was trying to put together somebody's stuff. We had Zom 100, and I don't. This little bag boy right here. We had Zom 100 as well that came out, and there were some people that knew, and after that, people kind of forget about it. And they were like, "Oh, Zom 100," but people also forget that this was the first appearance of Demon Slayer in a comic book format. So yeah, don't go crazy. Don't go paying crazy ass fucking prices if you can. If that's what somebody wants and you really want it, that's fine. But don't go crazy. Don't forget, in a year, people will forget about these fucking books. Which books do I have up though? Absolute Power. People were asking about it. Not as crazy for it. I have not even read it yet. But people were asking about it. And then there's the foil for Absolute freaking foil. I'm kind of surprised that more people aren't asking for this one. Hey, Chris, have you gotten a chance to read any of these freaking books yet? I'm sorry, you're on mute, man.
he having technical difficulties?
Yeah. So we'll keep going in it as he tries to figure it out. Chris, if you're still having
Hear me
difficulties,
now?
you might want
You
to.
good?
Yep.
Yeah,
You're
there
good now.
he goes.
I accidentally hit my mute button. Yeah, I said I've read most of the Marvel ones so far. This is the only one that I didn't get to yet. Is the Absolute Power, but I'll take a peek in there.
Yeah. Okay. The other one that I think that
Give me
actually
a
would
second.
make
I'll be
the
right back. I'm gonna go get it.
yeah. I think the one that some people are actually going after that actually makes the more sense is this one, this Worlds of James Tinian the Fourth. It's kind of a opinion of different stories that are already out and some that are actually coming out. This one did not come in a bundle; it came as a single comic. So as you're going out, definitely, and if you see this one, definitely freaking grab it, and take a look at it. And if you want to keep it, don't keep it, or freaking sell it. And then here we go with that blood hunt freaking comic. This one did come in freaking bundles. And but the only thing is that blood hunt issue number one already freaking came out. So we're in a little weird position. Mad Magazine Free Comic Book Day. It's got Superman on the freaking cover. I haven't taken a look at it yet, but people are definitely asking for it. Then we got this Star Wars Free Comic Book Day. It's got half Vader, and then on the other half is Luke Skywalker. And apparently, in the freaking book, you've got Luke fighting with a red lightsaber in this one.
Interesting.
And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Free Comic Book Day. It's got some character that's on the character, and it's on the cover. It says, "Who is the Night Watcher?"
This is the first appearance of Night Watcher.
And then the this one is the Initial D. So now we got two anime. This is the, and it's got a whole bunch of other stories to Kalina of the D. Then you've also got Transformers Energon Universe issue number 1. And then lastly, we've got Spider-Man.
Yep.
Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day. Did you hear anything about this one, Adam? About
I haven't really heard much about this.
I don't know why people are asking for it, but apparently I think
It's
I've
something
heard
with Spider-Man, so I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, that's what I think I heard too. I think I heard somebody say that there was possibly a new character in that one.
All right, I got it. You talking about this Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, check it out. So in the Ultimate Spider-Man, the biggest thing that we got, all right,
Ultimate
is the
Torch.
first
That's right. That was the
appearance
Ultimate Torch.
of
Yeah.
the new Torch. All right, I don't know if anybody can see it. You see it?
Yeah. Yeah. Just bring it down just a little hair. There you go. Now you're color blanking out. But yeah, we were able to see it. So you're good.
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
all right, that's the
Speak for
panel that you
yourself.
get them on. All right. So you get that, and he's from this new Ultimate Universe. You know, the one that we're kind of exploring now. As for this, let me skim through it real quick. Go ahead and continue, Lucas. I'll skim through it. See if I see anything. I'll.
You know, that was the last one I had for the Free Comic Book Day stuff. But I do like one thing that did happen is that they didn't do the same bullshit that they have did over the last few years,
No,
where you
there
had to buy 1,000
Yep.
of one particular fucking book in order to get the freaking incentive. They stopped that. Instead, it just said, "Hey, we're just going to sell you the book for 37 cents, and there's not going to be any bundles. Good luck." And then people have been going crazy for it, trying to freaking get copies and everything. So it's been an interesting free comic book day, or free comic book day month, trying to get these orders out. So I'm hoping
All right, here.
that I'm actually expecting a new order. So go ahead. So this is which book is this?
So I
Trying
think
to
he's still
zone it
that's
in.
the
All
Ultimate
right, yeah.
Spider.
So this is the absolute power, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it in there in the frame. Fuck. All right, there you go. Now, before we got failsafe, right? And I forgot what issue it is. I know it was in Batman though. Now,
Batman
I've never
25.
seen this version of him before, so that might be a first appearance right there.
Okay.
Can you
Does he
see
have
it?
a name? Yeah. What is the name of him?
Just Dell
Yeah,
said
that
right
it's the
now.
crazy
Failsafe?
fucking part about it is it's failsafe.
Yep.
Yeah, because we've seen
Yeah.
failsafe
So I
before,
didn't see
right?
anything else in there other than that so far. But once I finish reading it, I'll know more.
Yeah.
The only
Right.
thing
So
that
so
I actually cared about, I'll just run down my little free comic book day list. My
yeah. So
first, I would definitely say pick up Turtles. That's one. Go ahead, Lucas. I'm going off of you.
wait, hold on. Let me go ahead. Put this back up. There you go. You said Turtles. Yep. It was Night Watcher.
All right, yeah, yeah. So that's first appearance of Night Watcher. Um, I have to still read that one too. The voices, that was pretty decent. I think that they didn't have anything major in that one either. So I think that the only big ones I would say to definitely pick up Energon Universe, Ultimate Spider-Man, the Turtles, One Piece, and fuck, I can't think. Here, it's right here, over here to the left. The other pickup, couple of them is, let's see, this right here, Initial D and Kana of the Greatest Snow. All right,
Yes.
that's that one with the little, yeah. That's another pickup because that's supposed to preview all the new anime. All right. Then now I don't know how everybody else gets down, but I always pick up the Overstreet guys because they always throw something in there. Last year, you remember we got like a version of Galactus in a way,
Yep.
which was hot, and people were chasing those last year. Um, then the other big one for me, I would say, is probably this Young Jedi Adventures, right? Because it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a couple of new first appearances in it, and the cover appearance of, I believe it's the little blue guy, like we were talking about last time. One more
Zim.
is
His name is
Ultra
Zim.
Duck. All right, so Ultra, yeah. So it's supposed to be about I guess this started off in manga, right? I mean, that's at least what I heard from it. I know it's supposed to be like a foreign manga or anime type style, character, but this is the first time he's supposed to be in English. All right. So that was another one on my list. And then, of course, the One Piece that you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really think that, the other big one for me is that Disney Encanto, because I guess it's supposed to be her first appearance in comics. And then in Energon Universe, it's supposed to be the first appearance of Slip Zardo. All right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the character yet, but that's also supposed to be big. And my last two, I would say the Worlds of Tingen, right? And then the very last one, where is it at? Is Popeye. Because they said
Popeye,
that
yeah.
in this new Popeye, it's supposed to be a modern take on Popeye. So I guess if the people like the free comic book day one, I guess they're going to be starting off with a whole new series with that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, and it's not just Popeye; it's Super Popeye because he has a fucking cape in that one. In fact, even though I think there was a Super Popeye before, but I don't know. But yeah, that Super
He's
Popeye, that was
like
the first. That was one of the first.
He was smoking in that pipe, man.
I can get twice as high. Um, Yeah, that was one of the first ones that sold out. Was that Popeye joint, man? All the other stuff was just kind of out there. That Popeye was super hard to fucking get. So if you see that one, fucking grab it. Grab that shit. All right, here we go. Let's keep it moving. Let's go talk about some of the new release, the stuff that just came out. See what we're working with. Um, Now I'm not gonna have top 10 or any of that stuff in here, but this is interesting right here. So I talked to the writer of this one before. His name is it says it's from Sean Lewis. Here's the thing. He's a Hollywood writer, right? He says when he wrote this not to be a fucking comic book. He wrote it to be a Hollywood script. Okay. Um, but he was showing it at some of the same comic book conventions. I was like, hey man, because he had this thick ass fucking book, and I was like, hey man, why don't you just break off some of it and just put it in fucking comics? That way we could ease afford it, because he was trying to charge like $70, $80 for it. I was like, hey, fucking just fucking give us a fucking comic book form, man, and shit. And he was like, I don't know about that and everything. And sure enough, the fucking first week that he puts this shit out, sells out. Fucking sells out. So, Bear, Pirate, Viking, Queen. Good fucking book. The only thing is this is the comic book form. There was a graphic novel before this one. Great fucking book. One of my top choices for 2022 that should be turned into a fucking script. Got some D&D type freaking things in here. Just gotta find the right actors and actresses, and this is a good fucking book. Sold out. Blood Hunt #1, man. Freaking the Red Band. Um, the numbers are kind of weird on this one. I'm not sure what to think of this one. Not necessarily sold out everywhere, but and not necessarily moving numbers. But people are saying that at some of their comic book stores they haven't been able to get some. I think, Sir Chris, that you said that you were going to your comic book shop a little bit earlier. Were you able to get there? And if you did you see any of these on the shelves?
No, dude. The all the red band ones are gone. The only ones that were left were it was a couple of the negative space blade, and then it was a couple of the art germs left. But all the red bands were gone. I mean, I ordered some from Midtown, but I'm still waiting to get that order in hand. So, but I read the book already. So now, one thing I will say is that it's a definite pickup. Now, the characters that they introduced in it were villains. It's like a whole new squad of villains. They're called the Blood Coven, I believe, right? Blood Coven
Yep.
or Blood Covenants. I think it's
I think it's
Coven.
Coven.
But
Kevin,
anyways,
yeah.
they're fucking dope. Those characters are fucking dope so far. So the little introductory that we got to them, it was dope. So I am looking forward to #2 for sure. Now, the only thing that kind of blew me is like, okay, why wasn't that put into the free comic book day book? Because out of all honesty, when I read the free comic day book and then I read this one, I felt like the free comic book day was almost like a waste of dialogue. You know what I mean? Like they didn't really put much in it, but in this #1, that's the one you want.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. But we shall see. Good start. Definitely a freaking good start. They didn't fuck around in the issue #1. Don't let the free preview shit fucking deter you from thinking that this is a good pickup. So it is what it is, man. Next up, I have Feral issue #2. This one was a 1 in 75. Glow in the dark. I don't know where the numbers are at yet, but all I know is I want one of these fucking things. They should have did this for issue #1. This I do not think that this will be rare at all or anything, because you got to remember that a lot of people, there's other stuff that other centers that we're trying to work to and to get these other books later. So you got to be every retailer's got to buy at least like 20 to 25 of these fucking things anyway. So if you see it, you like glow in the dark stuff like I do, because I'm an '80s fucking kid. I like glow in the dark shit. Fucking get it. If you don't, fuck you. It is what it is. Space Ghost issue number 1. We've been talking about this for 3 months, man, and it's out and it did well. That Space Ghost number 1, Patina foil.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know. Did
I
anybody
definitely
read
picked
that
up
one
a
yet?
couple of those.
I got this. I haven't read it
I
yet.
didn't.
Well,
Yeah, I got mine today. The I swear though, dude, one thing that is killing me is that, dude, they're dropping so many variants of the same cover, right? So you got one that's regular fucking trade dress, okay, normal book, right? Cool. Then you get another one that's foil, okay, yeah, a little 90ish, but fucking cool. Then we get a fucking version foil, okay, yeah, that's nice, that's cool. Then we get a fucking virgin, right? Then another fucking version foil. All right.
yep.
So there's like fucking 7. And then not to mention black and white. So there's like 8 fucking covers of just the Matina. There's like 8 fucking covers of just the Bajor Barons, right? But they were all fucking dope, so I got one of each, right?
So you forgot one though. You talked
I
about the
definitely
foil.
did.
You forgot the metal.
That's the motherfucker. Now we're at 9, right? Fucking
There's
fucking
going to be a
dynamite,
metal,
bro. And they
and
got
even
me.
so, the thing is, they don't release the metal at the same week as they release the metal like a few weeks later, just to fuck with you. And they don't even say, "Oh, this is a second print, third
Yeah,
print."
and
They
then
just
they
say, "That's
released
fucking
the
metal.
fucking
Fuck
full
off."
version.
Oh man, dynamite,
Yeah,
man,
it's some
dynamite,
bullshit,
man.
dude.
Dynamite.
Yeah, look, fucking dynamite and MIKP Mike the Pike Productions. They're having issues right now with their fucking stock. Um, they didn't just get delisted. They can't even sell any of their stock right now because of what the SEC is saying, because they haven't been reporting their quarterly reports on time. And then when the stockholders were asking what the fuck is going on, why haven't they heard anything other than the bullshit they've been putting on their Facebook? It says, "Oh, we don't have enough money to file the reports." Well, bitch, why are you printing all this shit out that nobody's fucking actually fucking buying if you don't have enough money? Yeah, sure, people bought the fucking Thundercat shit, but all this other shit nobody's fucking buying. All right, so fucking dynamite, man. You guys are all over the fucking place. In the meantime, they got the little scheme. So I don't know if you guys, how many times I told you guys about this little scheme. So whereas other retailers, when they say, "Hey, this book is fully returnable," usually you get your money back, right? Like you get your fucking money back, you use it for other shit. For Dynamite, oh, it's fully returnable. Oh, that means we hold on to it for credit, and you have to use that credit for other Dynamite shit. No, especially when your shit like one to fucking 100, 100, 200 shit. No, and you just keep putting out the same fucking garbage, man. And you think I'm bullshit? Ask Yee, because Yee was with me when that motherfucker told me that shit. I was like, he said, "Oh, all of our shit's full returnable." Okay, how about I do the not return and not buy your shit at all? Fuck off. Um, I love y'all diamonds, kind of, but you're in a weird place right now. Spider Woman issue number 7. And yes, I do have the other cover. Peach Momoko black costume. It came. We were already tracking the other one, but this one came out of nowhere, out of fucking nowhere, because people got desperate. They picked up the other covers and they realized, oh, this one is out there too. And I saw it and I was like, I'll come and pick it up later. And then I came back 5 minutes from taking a dump and fucking sat down and fucking put my order in, and shit was fucking gone. All right. So
I hate when that happens.
yeah, this is one of those, and we were talking about earlier, the new champions. That's actually the first cover appearances. Yet people I'm not sure where the numbers are at with yet. I'm not sure where the people are actually picking those up. But I guess we'll have to
No,
see.
dude, they're actually picking them up, and the sales got up to about for the Todd Knock, it was like $25 a piece. The fucking the one with just Liberty on it, that was about $15 a piece.
Oh,
Then when you factor in shipping, it's still like a $20 book now.
yeah.
Yeah, that's 25
So
fucking dollars plus shipping, about $30 right now.
yeah, so as you're in there for your free comic book day, just go ahead and check this out. Let's see if it's on the shelf. Go ahead and fucking pick it up and flip it. Fucking flip the shit out of these fucking books because I can tell you, there's probably there's no, there's no freaking plan for these fucking characters other than maybe Maystorm. Other than Maystorm, there's no fucking plan
Strike
for
while
these
the
fucking
iron is hot.
yeah.
Excuse me, guys. I hate to do this, but I'm going to tap.
All right, man. Take your
I
old
love
ass
you
to bed,
guys.
man.
Just that my health is catching up to me right now.
All right, man.
We'll take
Take
it
your old
easy,
ass to
man.
bed.
Yep. All right, peace.
All right. Now these are some late printings to take us home with Transformer #1 6th print, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 the 5th print, and Weapon X-Men #3 the Yildirim Sinar variant. And there's another Weapon X-Men that had a later print. No, I think it was the other Weapon X-Men #3 cover that's doing pretty well as well. Man, here we go with FOC. Once again, we're not going to do every single fucking cover, but I pulled out some selected few. We were talking about the Batman Dark Age. This one is book 3 right here. Then Detective Comics 1085, the Asian American Asian is it American Asian or Asian American Pacific month?
I think it's
Taken rare by Gene
Asian
Ha.
Asian American, yeah, some shit like that, dude. I can't remember either.
All I can say is props to them for finally having one of these, and this year deciding to do these without just having a whole bunch of people just sitting around eating food. Good stuff.
Oh yeah,
1085, 1 in 25, the Sebastian Filmora. Flash #9, that John Jang. Steve Beach. Harley Quinn, #40. And if you see this, you know what's coming up. This one is the Harley Quinn #40, cover B, Leslie Laree. And this is the one that people have been talking about. The Harley Quinn #40, 150 by Casper Wingard. People have been loving this one. The bubblegum cover. Okay. Question for the retailers is, I mean, do you think you can sell 50 or at least 35 to 40 of this Leslie Laree? Don't know for this cover. I don't know.
I think
Power
that's a good shot.
Girl. Yeah. Power Girl issue #9. Cover A, Yannick Paquette. There's a lot of back shots on this motherfucker. We got this one, then this one, then this one. The fuck? Not that I'm
Maybe they're
complaining
starting
too
to
much.
realize cheek sale.
Yeah, the thing is, if you show it too much, especially in the same week, you get maybe 1 or 2. Come on, 3. Because then now I'm freaking all of a sudden asses just become invisible to you, man. And let me hit y'all up with something. And I need you to pull your women in your life that you hold love dearly to the side and let them know from the crazy YouTube podcast guy. Okay, if they decide to go out in these little black tights at all, right, and they don't have pockets, I want you to listen to me very carefully to this thing that happened to me just this morning when I was going to work. Pull into my parking spot. And I'm getting my stuff ready to get out the car. And this young lady pulls up. She's rushing. She gets out the car. She drops her fucking keys. So she has to turn around, pick up her keys. Now it's Friday, so she's not wearing formal attire, but she's wearing kind of stuff. But the bottom half is tights, black tights. Tell me why when she bent over, I can see her whole birth canal. Okay, because she doesn't realize that the shit is fucking see through, right? And let me tell you, how do you know it's see through? Well, if it's fucking doesn't have any fucking pockets and it's lycra, they're all fucking see through. They're all fucking see through. Okay, they're all see through.
Facts.
They're all every single one, but they're all see through. Okay, that shit may be fine for a nightclub, a dark nightclub, or in the fucking house when you're in about around nobody but the freaking dogs and everything. But don't take that out in public, especially at fucking work. Okay. Let the young ladies and the women that you love know that just just check them out before they go out to work, like, or go out to shopping or anything. Let them know. Yes, we can see that shit. Your whole birth canal is out.
Dude,
It's out.
It's funny you're talking about that because just yesterday, dude, just yesterday, my girl had on these fucking black leggings, bro. Now, I'm not thinking anything of it, dude. We going up the stairs, coming back in the house. I look up, all I see is ass and panties. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah,
dude, you can't wear this shit out no more. You almost, so
yeah,
you telling me we've been out here all this time? You've been giving these motherfuckers a cheek show? All
yep,
all right, dude, and you're not getting paid? Oh, dude, we can't
yep.
do this shit no more.
No tips, no nothing.
Same shit, bro.
And the easiest way to know if
Nothing.
that's the truth is check if it has pockets. If it doesn't have pockets, yeah, yeah. She just taking everybody to the show. All right, at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
Shit, cheeked up on a
Now, I
Sunday.
wonder why nobody was talking to me about comics at the shop yesterday. Fuck, that's what it was all about. And my lane's extremely thick, so it's oh, she
Yeah,
gave everybody the ass show last night.
yes.
Fucking ridiculous.
She up there fucking
I'm gonna
dropping
start
books all
charging
over the
niggas.
place. Yeah, she was dropping books all over the place and nobody complaining and shit. Like, and you
Yeah,
just like,
I'm
be
wondering. I'm
careful,
just
baby. Be
talking shit
careful. Be careful, baby. And you just like, you just like, and you know what I'm saying?
until I got behind it, and then it was just all ass. My face was like this. Seriously?
See, doing us wrong out here. All right, let's keep going with Power Girl, issue number 9, David Tulaski. And then Suicide Squad, Kill Arkham Asylum, issue number 5, the Ariel Olivetti. Grommets, issue number 1, cover D, 1 to 25 by Andrew Robinson, excuse me. And you go, Lucas, why the fuck would I care about this fucking Grommet story? Well, Mr. Rick Remender, he's one of those dudes that's got quite a few things on a freaking fire. I'm talking about the Hollywood fires, those strips that are out there, and he's got that magic, and getting stuff adapted, not necessarily finished. So Grommets may be one of those stories that could be another one of those. It looks like it's going to be cheaply enough made. Just I'm not saying this is the one, but this may be another one. Probably should be a good story as well. Then we've also got the Universal Monsters Creatures from Black Lagoon Lives number 2, 1 to 50. This one it kind of reminded me of Adam Hughes, but this one is actually done by Stephanie Pepper. Into Unbeing Part 1. This one is a 1 to 10 by Boss. Teenage Mutant Ninja Circle with TMNT Usagi Yojimbo Saturday Morning Adventures. This one is done by Sakai. Now there's all these series of things done by Scotty Young. They're called the Big Marvel, and they've been selling pretty well. That's why I didn't even do trending because they just been selling like fucking hotcakes. But there's the thing that I think there's like a 1 in 50. No, it's a 1 in 50 for the big marbles. Those have been selling, and then the regular ones have been selling as well. Blood Hunt issue number 3. I believe this is a connecting cover. This one is by Delato.
Yep, connecting 1 in 50, and then they got connect. It's the same thing, trade dress, but it's the 1 in 10.
This one is a Peach Momoko. Red Band. So this one is a little crazy because Miles Morales supposedly has a vampire suit to keep him from being bitten, and here's this motherfucker on the cover looking like a vampire. There's your Carnage, Big Marvel by Scotty Young. Ghost Rider, Final Vengeance.
That's fire.
Another good one, Ghost Rider, Final Vengeance. Looks like it's by Lozano.
That is also fire.
Spectacular Spider-Man. This one, number 2, is a second print, 1 in 25. Ultimate Black Panther, issue number 3, second print, 1 in 25. Star Wars, Darth Maul, Black, White, and Red, number 1. And this one's getting a second print, 1 in 25. Now, this one has got me a little suspicious. Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime. This one's done by Delato. The reason why it's got me suspicious is there's a young lady on TikTok and Instagram who her art looks exactly like that. I'm talking about exactly the face thing and everything. The only thing is, like, everything that's gold, she like paints it with like real fucking gold and shit. She paints everything, then rip the fucking gold out and everything. Even like and I think the bill that she paints on the fucking thing is fucking gold too. And this is very reminiscent of her art style. And you're like, whoa, well, she specifically does Disney fucking characters, and her favorite character to do is Scrooge McDuck. So that's why it's fucking crazy. This one is a Peach Momoko, Scotty Young, Venom Blood Hunt, here's your Scotty Young Big Marvel. What If Venom, 1 in 10 by Jesus Hervas. Wolverine Blood Hunt, Stegman. That's not Stegman. Fuck.
Eastman.
Eastman. Yeah. Wolverine Blood Hunt, number 1, Big Marvel. X-Men 35. Red Sonja, Lucia Perillo. Looks like you got a sister to do this one. Some high ass cheekbones.
Yeah, that's fire though. It looks good.
Ninja Funk, Bad Music, 1 in 50 by Natalie Sanders. It's a homage to it's Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn number 1, I believe, right? Or no, it's the fuck is it? Got the actual cover right here somewhere.
I
But it's
can't
a
remember what
homage
title
to.
is. I know it's the joking.
I
Is
used
it
to-
the Alex Ross Joker and Harley?
Yeah, I got it right here fucking somewhere. By that I mean a facsimile. I can't fucking find it. Yeah, it's a homage to that one. And this one actually looks pretty good, except for his face looks a little too photorized. That they can just tone down the photo. I mean, otherwise it looks really good. Then there's a 1/100 by Tao, Ivan Tao. Some more back action. Red Sonja. This one is a Jenny Frizen. All right, here we go into the home stretch with new comic book day stuff. This is the stuff that should be coming out on May 8th. Ain't No Grave issue number 1. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, cover A by Horvath. Daredevil issue number 9. I've seen some stores. They are selling out on this one. I believe this is it's not a 1 of 25. I'm not sure. I don't think. Dracula
That's
Blood.
just a regular cover. It just sold out though.
Yeah. Dracula Blood Hunt number 1. Mateus Manahini is Bloodline, like you were talking about earlier. Energon Universe
Yeah, that's a bad cover
2024
too. Good.
spec number 1, cover A. This is sold out at the distributor level. Geiger number 1, Redcoat number 1, and Rook Exodus number 1, the second prints, sold out. Negaduck number 1, the Josh Middleton, Dichromatic, sold out. Spawn, Rat City number 1, second print, sold out. TMNT, Black, White, and Green number 1, cover B by Soko. I think this one is okay. This Venom, I just like this Venom. Really liked it. The problem is they've had too much Venom. They need to just take his ass away. Him
Yeah,
and Carnage. They need to shelf him for a little bit, put him away, and then when all these characters are out, and then bring them out and like actually let them kill the fucking characters instead of, oh hey, here's Venom, and he's killing other fucking Venoms. Like what? There's no fear if he's just killing other Venoms. I was like, okay. I thought these were supposed to be killing other people. And then here we go with another TMNT Black and White Green cover D, 40th anniversary. Wolverine. This one is a David Nakayama, the black suit costume variant. And lastly, X-Men 97 issue number 1, the second print, sold out at the distributor level. And that is our show, ladies and gents. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. We're done by 1:13, which is amazing, awesome. That means I can get some sleep, eat some freaking wings a little bit, read the rest of the books I'm supposed to freaking read. Please, if you like the way we did it this week, please hit the like button, or freaking put a comment, say, hey, Lucas freaking sucks. I don't care, whatever. That's freaking good as well. If you would like some of the stuff that was on the IOC, definitely hit me up or put it through the pull box. If you can't find it in the pull box, don't forget there's those little codes. Put those codes in the previews world. You should be able to find them that way. Got No Prize podcast that should be pushed out sometime this week, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I believe that's it for me. Christopher, you got anything else, man?
Nothing much. Honorable mentions for next week, just in general, were that 1 in 25 on Giant Size X-Men. That's the only one I wanted to shout out because it's fucking dope. Other than that, I think the way we did it this time is great. I think that every time we do this, I think it's just going to get better and better from here. And then I don't want people to forget that we do have a few special guests coming up. So I think we may have one on the 11th. That'll be the first one. So I'll try to do a lot of posting for it so we can get a lot of people in here for that. But other than that, I think we're all good, man. I think everybody needs to just enjoy their May the 4th be with you and free comic book day tomorrow. You know, make sure you grab some dope shit. And hey, we'll see you back here next fucking week.
Sounds good. Sounds perfect, man. And always, please stay safe, man, and use a condom on your beers. Out.
For each man in his time to take, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, along with all within his reach. I haven't needed a book to watch.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
All right. Good show, man. Good show. Thank you. Thank you for helping out, man. And
Hey,
we
this
don't.
is what I'm gonna do, Lucas. I'm a all right. Now that I know like how you're doing it with the new setup and shit, now I'll just all right. I'll make